Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your tempestuous Game Master Tom, and this is episode 23. We are excited to be back. We are nervous to be back. We ended on a cliffhanger in the depths of hell, and we're all concerned about what's going to happen next. Certainly exciting. Definitely building to a big climax here. We shall see what happens. Thank you so much for joining us. Super glad to have you here, for joining us via podcast. We appreciate it. Love your support, particularly our patrons on patreon.com/ingloriousbards. We absolutely love all your help there as well, keeping things going. We're coming to you live every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv. Feel free to drop by and join us there and chat along with us as we go along these adventures, or hop into YouTube and catch the video there if you want to see the battles as they unfold and our glorious, handsome faces. I believe we have had a birthday since we've been off for a couple weeks. I believe it was Lauren's birthday. Spry 36, I hear.
I'll take it.
And we always give a hero point for birthdays. So an extra hero point for Lauren.
You're going to need it.
Yep. We also had a bonus hero point handed out to our audio technician, Derek. And Derek, you get to bounce that to someone. Who do you want to give it to? Hemlock gets it.
Nice.
All right. That would have been interesting to give it to Lauren. And then he's just, kingdom of my domain, whatever I want. They're all hero points.
Thank you, Derek.
All right. Okay, I think that is where we are. I'm excited to get going, but before we start, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
When we started, Hemlock was collecting phosphorus, lots of it, because we had just been defeating a whole bunch of demons. We had gone through a couple of different battles since we've been in hell, almost all of them slow motion up until this point. We had a bunch of imps that were trying to carry motes of lava. They were being protected by archers and archons and other demons coming in, and it was a tough fight, but we pulled it off. Barely. Galen just is still smoking from all the times he fell into the lava from that one. But we found out where the imps were going. And even though poor Yannick destroyed his axe in the attempt of getting rid of one, by the time we dropped it in, we were going to toss it back into the lava. But something had been happening to the lava. While we were on this island, a huge pile of steam started coming away from the storm that we were originally planning on pursuing, and blasted through all of the lava. It was coming up everywhere and fast, and by the time it had passed us, all of the steam had turned to water. Like legit actual water in hell. Dash confirmed it and was not happy with it, but the boat that we were planning on potentially sailing around and finding that ghost tower that we were looking at on the other side of this ocean of lava, now an ocean of water, gave us pause, and so we determined to take the boat the other direction towards the storm, and we started sailing kind of for hours. It was just a lot of water and a lot of going. Hemlock was more than a little in charge getting the whole process done, but we finally got there, and when we encountered what would have been the storm, it's kind of moved away from us. We did find a boat that we have seen more than a couple of times. Hexton's Hope was out here on its own, seemingly abandoned. There was no one on it, there was no one in it, and we started boarding the ship to see if we can find any more information. Well, not the moment until after we boarded did the ship suddenly become occupied. There were 9 different sailors on there that seemed to come out of the blue, screaming and yelling commands. There was one guy with a mohawk that just kept eyeballing Hemlock the whole time and giving him a whole big stink about who was in charge and what was going on. But then it appeared that they were starting to reenact another vision that had happened like what we'd seen in the past. And Hemlock took on the role of Hexton as the captain, giving the crew the orders and what to go through as that storm that we had been trying to chase caught up with us. We started encountering lightning and massive waves and huge rainfall and basically trying to hang on for our lives as we go through. One of the giant lightning strikes created a tear in the sky, a literal tear in reality, or what looked like to us, a portal out of hell. The thing that we have been looking for, at least originally, if we weren't going to keep going after Vestrath. It looks like it was going to take us right back to the Horn River and Tabernary, and we were sailing right for it. Hemlock decided to turn away instead, and we abandoned the tear, and once we pulled away from it back into the storm, the entire ship transformed. Suddenly, all of the sailors that were with us were now ghosts and skeletons and apparitions, and we got into a huge fight. A fight so big that when Hemlock finally killed Mohawk Guy, the ship broke in two in the storm and we sank. This is the worst nightmare possible for Dash, who doesn't like water, doesn't like anyone being near water, and this is his nightmare realized. Everyone drowns in the actual ocean of water until we wake up on some bizarre island. There were trees, there was sand, and there were scattered broken parts of the ship all around us. But not just all around us, up and down the shore, there were broken versions of this ship. In the sky, there was a version of the ship around us. And as we continued to venture in towards this island, because we found this 70-foot geyser of water that was shooting up out of the ground itself appeared to be made up of broken ships, the same ship over and over again in this weird repeated fashion. We crawl over these broken bows and sterns of the ship as we start making our way through the land and finally make it to the geyser further inland and find that it is being guarded. There's some sort of a soldier that's out there, an old sailor that looks like he is also some sort of a maybe demon, maybe ghost. But as we getting closer, it spots us and immediately calls for its buddy, another sailor who was there of the same style. And then there is a huge major footfall as we hear a gigantic demon coming up behind us. A fight starts and ensues, and with some amazing marksmanship from Thawne, the demon guards are taken out before they could turn off the geyser, which was their immediate goal, so that we wouldn't get to it. And as we start approaching and trying to fight off this demon with rocks, two more characters appear. One of them appears to be an echo of Vestrath itself, the ghostly demon power who's sending curses from really far ways away, and Aguirre, our very own Aguirre, wrapped in barbed wire, working for the enemy, maybe of his own volition, maybe not, but fighting us to death, which is literally where we left off. So near death, in the middle of a fight with Aguirre and an echo of Vestrath, let the adventure begin.
A hand reaches out to a book upon a bookshelf. A old tome that has magical white writing in an unknown language. White energy illuminating off of the words. The hand passes by several other books and grabs onto that tome and pulls it out, this heavy old book. The bookcase has lots of books upon that shelf and multiple shelves. The bookcase goes up twice as tall as one would think would be feasible for a bookcase, with dozens of books within it, all different types. To the left is another bookcase. To the right is another bookcase. It is quite an extensive library. This individual, a scholarly figure, grabs the book and walks past several others and down some steps, revealing a vast library, extremely extensive, books everywhere, all organized, all within bookshelves, with no ceiling upon this library at all, exposed to bright clouds that move quickly overhead. The scholarly figure, a young human, sits down at a podium and starts to write within the book. He opens it up, gets out his quill, and writes with white energy upon it, scribbling words of far away, of knowledge, of wisdom, and even the name Vestrath. There is another gentleman next to him writing similar words. Energy flows off of each of their pages and rises up into the air and collects almost in a cloud-like area above before a third and fourth and fifth scholar's energy rises up. As our view pans out, there are 5, 10, 20 of these people. As we pan out even more, there are hundreds of these scholars writing and writing across what is an infinite library, the inner sanctum of Carahel's heavenly realm itself. All of her fallen priests that she has taken into her bosom are slowly writing, trying to create a path of knowledge and wisdom to connect with one of their own. Yannick, the champion of Carahel, who has faced many challenges, but now he is facing a challenge within another plane, a plane of evil that Carahel is trying to aid. The man continues, our scholar continues to write, adding to the story, and hundreds of these scholars are creating an energy that coalesces high above, building and brimming with white energy. As he finishes it, he signs his story and hope the path is clear, and he signs his name at the bottom, Killian. The energy builds and builds and builds and then blasts across the horizon through the white clouds and out through Carahel's realm, traveling a near infinite distance through realm after realm after realm, cutting through the skies of the realm of dead known as Illistel, snaking its way through the plane of water, a mass of infinite liquid, cutting through the plane of shadows with hundreds of creatures screeching as light blasts upon them for the first time in centuries, until finally the energy courses down into a fiery gate, the doors of hell itself, and the energy blasts at the gates that will not open, and blasts and blasts. The white energy, filled with knowledge of ages and power of strength and recovery, tear at these gates to hell. From within the gates, a monstrous dark shadow, one we have seen in our earlier adventures, watches the gates with a curious look on this looming shadow. It shifts its gaze back at one of its smaller realms of blood, ships, and water. It has a disappointed feeling to it. It then motions gently with a gigantic shadowy hand, and the gates open, allowing Carahel's energy to course through into its realm. The white energy races across a hellish landscape and slams into a ship resting on the cracked earth. There, the energy pierces into a smaller realm within hell, revealing secrets and knowledge. The light shines upon the truth of this hellish little place, illuminating visions of the past. The light seeks out Yannick and creates fissures back to the material plane, back to Varen, but still Yannick and the heroes go deeper. The energy dwindles as it struggles to fight against Vestrath's power, trying to light the way. We are picking up our battle within hell. Our heroes are in this strange seaside pseudo-tropical environment, draped in Vestrath's take on hell. It is a beach scene with dead palm trees. It's got blood-covered water with some tiered vertical structures. Ships the upside-down keel of a ship creates a bit of a bridge here or there. Ruin remains of another ship create a small little fortification. There's small planks creating little bridges. A dominating visual element is a water spout that is pretty much on the middle-ish of the map that is spouting out water that the heroes have been trying to make their way to. Next to this water spout is what is known as the Echo of Vestrath, a bit of his energy, a protector that is not him, but is capable of using some of his power and has already used it to some great effect. Not far also from the water spout is Aguirre.
Evil Aguirre.
Aguirre covered with barbed wire across his eyes, across his chest, cutting into him. There's drips of blood. He has been lashing out and attacking at the heroes, and he is making his way across a thin bridge towards our retreating duo of Galen and Yannick, trying to fall back to the other 4 heroes. Those 4 heroes are Hemlock, Thawne, Jericho, and a little far away from them is Dash. And in between them is our 3rd enemy, a badly wounded, hulking demon ripping large stones out of the ground, smashing them into people or hurling them overhead. That is our situation right here. I have some combat notes that Aguirre is confused with the confusion spell and can try to save that will versus your DC Galen since you cast it upon him each turn. I have Yannick has delayed his turn, so you can come in anytime you want before your next turn, and that becomes your initiative. Jericho has still persistent acid damage from an acid spell.
I forgot you were covered in acid.
Yep, from the Echo of Vestrath. The hulking demon I have marked by Thawne, so you have that creature marked.
Glad you have it marked.
That is good to go. And any other notes before this, before we are going to roll a fresh initiative for the battle?
Let's roll out some hit points on what everybody has.
Yeah, please. What do we have?
What are we at for hit points?
Alrighty. Current hit point status for everybody. We have Thawne, 36 hit points, roughly 50%. Dash is at 14 hit points out of a total of 66. Jericho is at 18 hit points out of a total of 63. Yannick is at 31 hit points out of a total of 82. Hemlock is at 27 out of 53, roughly 50%. And Galen, starting at 63 hit points, currently sitting at 5.
Oh, I'd like to remind everyone we're also doomed.
We are doomed.
Doomed 1. What does that do, Jeremy?
That means that of the dying saves that we get, because we have dying levels, we're normally, according to our house rule, at 5. Right, we get 5 dying levels, but for every level of doomed that you have, you've got 1 less dying level. So everyone can only make it to dying 4 at the moment. And that's only important to me because Dash is also wounded 1, which means I've gone down once already. I've made it to dying 1, so if I go down again, I will jump straight to dying 3. Is that correct? No, I'll be at dying 2.
Dying 2.
Dying 2, that's right. So I'm not adding it on.
But you're going to be very close to that new dying 4 because you're doomed.
Yeah.
So the last thing I would add to that setup is that as we have retreated across the bridge and I've cast the confusion spell, Galen has cast the confusion spell on Evil Aguirre, he shouts out, "Protect Yannick, Aguirre. Protect Yannick's friends for Carahel."
The Aguirre, tormented with the barbed wire, does not respond. All right, here we go. We are rolling initiative for everyone. Good luck. First up is Aguirre. Oh, man, this is very similar. And Yannick, you are last, but you were delayed. That's perfect. You can come in anywhere you want, even right now if you want to.
No.
How far can you carry me?
That's a great question. But not yet. Although Aguirre being confused, he might just attack the other creature.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Let's roll a 20-sided die. It's going to be just Yannick, and then I'm going to roll 2 for the Echo because he's a little closer. Whoever gets highest is getting the attention of the Aguirre.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
All right, I got a 5 and a 9.
Oh, no.
Roll an
Roll
8 or less,
low.
and
Dang.
you're fine.
A natural 1.
Oh, good time to do that.
The only time that spend a hero point. Just spend a hero point.
Okay.
Wow.
The tormented Aguirre turns and moves backwards off this rickety bridge towards the Echo of Vestrath, and then lashes out with chains that create and lash out like barbed whips towards the Echo twice with a 19 and a 21 to hit and strike the creature. Strike the Echo. Yes. Caught it a little
Nice.
bit. And the damage is 11. So it did some damage. All right. And those of you glancing backwards can see that it looked like it should have been a gorier wound, but not all of that damage went through into that creature.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Aguirre. Next it is Jericho.
Very
Huge,
first
a
thing I could
full
do is use
turn.
an action to try to get this slime off of me.
2 actions.
2 actions to get the slime off of me. I think last time you let me, as part of that, use a prestidigitation spell to make it a lower DC.
Yes. You can put that effort in for 2 actions. You can then spend a third action doing something that you want, and then that end of round 15 or higher will become a 10 or higher to get rid of the acid.
So I'd spend 3 actions at that point?
Nope.
2 actions.
2 actions, do a third. Once you're all done, then we see what's happening with the
All
with
right.
the pain.
All right. I will do that. 2 actions to try and do that. And for my third action, I will do my try to help boost my friends, as I so often do, by doing a lingering composition into a courageous anthem.
Let's go.
So I gotta do my performance roll to try to make it last a little bit longer.
Okay.
That'll be an 18.
I think that's exactly. No, that's great. That's what you want.
All right.
Perfect.
So the success means it's going to last for 3 rounds.
Ooh, we need that.
So you guys get +1 to your attack and damage rolls and saves versus being afraid. And now I got to roll a straight 10 or higher.
First, you take 1d6 acid damage as it continues to burn you.
Okey-dokey. I rolled max like I always do.
Jesus.
Can I roll?
That's the first time I've done it all day.
He keeps licking
I
the
rolled
acid
the full
off.
6.
All right,
Yeah.
so now
I
roll,
have cat in here licking the off.
roll a flat 10 or higher.
Alrighty, I rolled 8. I am so close to death because that puts me down to 12 hit points. I will, at the very beginning here, use a hero point
my
to try to get rid of that.
You rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8, which is too low.
Here you go.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, no!
Take 1d6 acid damage, please.
I will do it. Hey, you wanted to roll that for me?
Yeah.
I'm going to let
Absolutely.
Yannick roll
Just the
that.
one.
3.
Yeah, 3.
A low
Puts me down to
three.
9 hit points.
Oh my god.
Make note of this moment here. This may be a defining moment.
Oof,
All right.
being burned alive.
Okay.
You're small. You can't have that much acid on you.
No, it means that a set amount of acid covers a greater percentage
God.
of
It's
my
deeper.
surface area.
Yeah.
There's only so
Yeah.
much acid in the world.
And I have a high percentage of it.
Galen, you are on the west edge of this bridge right next to Yannick, and you see Aguirre go the opposite direction on the bridge.
Get into the group. Thank God. Number of actions to pull a potion and quaff it.
2.
Then I will do that. So I
All
will
right.
spend 2 actions to drink my final
Healing
elixir of life, lesser.
We have a comment in chat, by the way. One of the fans says Jericho's having acid trouble, and then Derek says, "Hope there's no flashbacks."
I have to live long enough to have those.
That's not great. 5, 6, 6, 12. I regained 12 hit points. So that brings me to 17.
It's huge.
Better than nothing.
That is a lot more.
Yeah,
than
but I rolled
that.
a 1, a 2, and a 3 out of a possible 18.
Could've
About
been
60
great.
feet away, there's a boulder being tossed casually with one
Right.
hand.
Yeah. That 17 doesn't feel so great. And then I will spend the remaining action to move towards my friends.
Okay. Leaving Yannick, the cheese stands alone.
I hope that's far enough.
You got this.
It's fine. Yannick will stop delaying his action now.
Okay. There is the hulking beast about to go. Before it can, Yannick decides to step in.
Yeah, so Yannick is going to use one of his actions to travel 25 feet to the west, and then I need a distance to the rest of the group there. I'm trying to get as close to the group as possible. 20 to everybody? So 30 or less to everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost everybody.
except Dash.
Jericho's-
Except Dash. Well,
Dash is a bit more.
Now, Galen is, Hemlock is 35.
all right. Then I will use my second action to get to sort of the north, around the corner, out. No, not that far, buddy. More to the east and kind of up against, and a little bit more to the east and south. And there we go.
Oh,
Maybe just one more south.
Kind of half of the distance of where I'm
Back where he started.
Yeah. And then Yannick raises his sword up on high. And this whole time, as he's been running, he's been kind of chanting, "May the knowledge of Carahel protect us, the knowledge of Carahel protect us, the knowledge of Carahel protect us." And the sword rises up, and
I have
at
the
first
power.
nothing happens, and it looks like it's just, him being dramatic. But then a little spark of energy forms on the sword, and then another little spark, and then a line of light runs down the blade. Another line of light runs down the blade, and it sparks and sparks and sparks until the light aforementioned from the prelude rushes into the sword, down through Yannick, and out in a 30-foot burst through everybody except for Dash, in healing power of Carahel.
All right, Yannick has earned this healing power several adventures ago and has finally found a good opportunity to use it.
Awesome.
That's why last session he's like, we've got to get together. He's been trying to get everyone close. All right, the white energy, as he mentioned from the prelude, finds its way to Yannick and bursts out. Everyone within 30 feet, aka not Dash, heals 30 hit points. You also lose any condition like a confused or something like that. You also lose any wounded conditions. Sorry, Dash.
Dang it.
You also lose the doomed condition. Sorry, Dash.
Mother.
How about any persistent
Acid
acid damage?
Is also removed.
That is huge.
What's this called again?
This was
Yannick praying his ass off.
Yeah, this was because we are in hell. Carahel has
Carahel.
Given us her protection, and this was a blessing from her to Yannick for braving the depths of hell and facing these evils.
We're going to hear more about this at the end of the adventure, right?
In the after show.
Yeah, it'd
Yes.
be great.
Indeed.
Subscribe to Patreon.
All right. What other? Do you have an?
That is my three
it.
actions.
Okay. It is the hulking demon's turn, and it is going to. It just got pissed off by Dash. Let's.
Sorry, Dash!
Can it?
You were too late in initiative.
All right. It's hurls a large rock backwards behind it to the north at Dash.
No, don't look at me.
Before charging southwards towards Jericho with another rock to smash against his head. First comes the rock, the boulder, at Dash. Good luck.
He's haphazardly just tossing it over his shoulder.
No,
kind
he's
of thing?
doing a quick throw over his shoulder,
Okay, okay.
and then
Like salt.
Cream skyhook.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not trying to precision it. He's
that is a
in my vision.
rock coming at Dash with a 23 to hit.
No. No, it does. That
It
hits.
does
That
hit.
hits my AC.
Damn it.
17 points of damage.
I have 14 points. I'm sorry, I have 0 points.
Oh, no.
After
Dash
that, as Dash
is
is dropped.
Jericho will, of course, when he sees an attack coming at him, use his puppy dog empathetic plea. As this comes out, I'm like, you don't want to hit me. I'm super small and I'm acidy.
Think of the acid.
This is the one that reduces the damage, but if I'm super successful,
Diplomacy
he doesn't
roll.
attack me at all. So I make
Against
a
his
diplomacy
will.
check against his will DC.
Stand by.
Standing by.
How come I can't find a sympathetic?
Empathetic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no sympathy. I want empathy.
He's over yonder.
There it is. Okay. I'm about 60% thinking you've already used it against this guy who's attacked you a bunch of times.
I've been mostly down at the very, very, very far end of
Oh, all right.
down
Then
the
let's
bridge.
go for it. Okay. Make a diplomacy check versus its will.
Poop. I rolled a 4 on the die for a 17.
Okay. A giant hulking demon charges you nonetheless.
All right. So that's a critical success, right?
No.
Oh.
Comes charging at you. Actually can go a little beyond into the thick of it. Jericho, Thon, and who is that? Hemlock down there. And it is swinging a boulder. With one action, it will make a wide swing.
Didn't it already deposit its boulder upon one dash?
It's got boulders, plenty.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, yeah. It's
All right.
ripping up the ground all as it goes. The demon makes a single strike and compares the attack roll against 2 foes within its reach.
Ooh.
And let me double check that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It can actually it's not too excited to get there. It can stay back. It has a reach on that giant boulder with the big arms, and it's going to smash into the 2 that are Jericho and the guy that's next to Jericho, which is Thon. Makes a single roll, and it applies to both. Here it comes.
I got an AC of 22.
37.
Jesus Christ.
That's higher than. Well, I'm checking. That's higher than 22.
It's a very critical hit, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Thon, I'm assuming that's at least a hit.
You could have been 27.
At least a hit, at least a critical.
It's a critical.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
418.
How close is Jericho from me?
Like 20 feet. 15 feet.
15? I think that's the range of my
Retributive strike, right?
yes. So, well, I can't make the strike because they're not in range, but you will have a resistance of shit, I forget how much it is now. 2 plus your level, so 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I guess it's.
Hope it matters.
Good news.
all right.
It's less 7.
It dealt 38 points of bludgeoning damage to Thon. What does that bring Thon down to?
Well, he had 66.
Oh, sweet. It's your first time getting
20
hit?
28.
28.
No,
believe.
I'm familiar with these boulders.
Oh, okay.
So he's a 28.
All right. And then 38 minus 7 from the shield of the
I
paladin.
had 39, so I'm an 8.
Okay.
Whoa.
Still.
Which, a moment ago I was at
Standing.
9, so that feels super familiar.
Not too bad.
You've
How
only
big are
taken
these
1 point of
boulders?
damage.
I just want to say at this point I rolled
Like,
3
pretty sizable.
D20,
Okay. All right.
and the total I've rolled is 13 on 3 D20 rolls.
Do better.
Okay. Oh, that's it.
That's
Do better.
it.
Oh, thank you, Yannick. I feel inspired.
All right. It is the Echo of Vestrath's turn, back by the spout and by Aguirre. It moves past Aguirre towards the spout and starts plunging its hand into the spout, which starts to waver the water that's gushing out. And then with its other hand, it waves it, puts it between itself and Agiri and casts a shield spell upon itself to protect it from whatever the hell Agiri's doing. Agiri can't pick sides, apparently. And it is Hemlock's turn. You are not too far away from this giant hulking demon.
Yeah.
Thon roll poorly again? For initiative?
Yeah, you're last.
Oh my god.
What is your initiative? Let's see.
Looks like I
You
see
rolled a
19.
2 on your initiative.
Oh my god. All right.
Do better.
I just want to apologize, Thon. I rolled initiative for you.
I'm going to attack this guy.
With the pistol.
Yep.
On the demon.
Ooh, I rolled a 2. I'm going to go ahead and burn
That very fancy hero
the
point.
hero point. Thank you very much.
Good
Derek.
luck.
Whoop.
Oh,
What?
God.
Oh, much better. A 30?
A
31?
31 with the song
Yep.
is a hit.
Very nice.
Seth is kind of glaring at me.
A little bit.
It has got thick demonic hide for sure. It is a hit.
9 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
All right, this beast is bleeding profusely from many different wounds. You have 2 more
A lot
actions.
of electrical burns.
Well, let's reload and fire again.
You got this.
No. Yeah. 24.
24
Yeah.
is a hit.
Nice. Oh, man, if 24 is a hit, that means 31 was right there. It was just shy.
11 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
All right, yet another gout of blood, and the creature recoils in pain, and it is looking sagging with energy. Last is Thon, who just got bouldered.
Yes, indeed. Thon will spend 2 actions and pop the top on his elixir of life and drink voraciously.
All right.
That is a 3d6 from what I have here.
See if you can roll better than Lauren.
I absolutely roll better than Lauren with almost max by 1. 17.
What did Galen get?
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
For a total of 12?
Yeah.
Versus 17. Okay. Was it 3d6?
3d6 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Oh, plus 6?
Yeah.
Then
23.
3.
Wouldn't
Puts you up to 51.
Dash's initiative also be moved to the demons?
It's yeah, put him in front of the demon. He's
Yeah.
in there right now.
I have been moved.
But he didn't take any action.
No, so he was after the demon.
Okay.
Once he got beat, he got
Got it.
moved in front of it.
Got
That's to give him
Yeah,
time
understood.
to not bleed out.
Understood.
This has happened before. I remember
Yeah.
my last character lost 3 turns in a row.
Your old
'Cause it
hat
just
at
went
this
up,
now?
came down to different characters each time.
Oh, I forgot to roll a Agiri, getting rid of the tormented Agiri, getting rid of the
Confusion.
confusion.
Aw, isn't that a shame?
What is your DC?
21.
21? All right. On last turn, it succeeded with a 24. So it is not confused.
Work quick, guys.
All right. It now
Yeah.
moves.
I'll proceed with my turn then.
Sure.
I mean, if you want it.
With my single action, I will take 2 shots at the creature. This is
Who's marked?
hunted shot.
Go for it. I skipped him.
White is first, black is second. Here we go. That is first is likely to hit. 27 to hit.
Yeah, you got it.
Last is 12.
Is a miss.
Can I spend a hero point on the last shot?
Yeah.
I'll spend a hero point and reroll. Ooh. That is a 27 again.
2 hits.
2
That's a good
hits. That is 2d.
The creature has 18 hit points remaining.
Oh, my God.
You can do this.
Kill him. Kill him!
That is 6 damage. No. He is marked.
Plus 1 over here, too.
7. 11. and another 13.
All right.
Yes.
Would you like to briefly describe how the hulking demon meets its end?
It takes both arrows at the knees and crumples, and as he slumps to the ground as he is unable to stand, his head cracks against one of the very boulders he's been careless to toss around, and he kills himself.
All right.
Awesome.
And then some demons come out and laugh at him.
All right. It is the tormented Aguirre's turn near the spout. I'm reloading my map here. Here it comes. And he is going to race across, barbed in chains, as fast as it can across the bridge.
Yes, get closer to me.
So I may learn.
And double checking. Yep, it spends all of its action racing. It's now on the west side, the far side of the bridge. That is its turn. And it is Jericho's turn.
Jericho's going to move 30 feet towards Dash. Dash is up north of him. He wants to get up there, sees his friend has fallen. He needs to get up there. How far is he? Oh, he's within 30 feet right there, yes.
Now that you're 30 feet up.
Exactly.
Yeah, right at 30.
Excellent. That's how I do math. And then going to spend 2 actions to cast a 2-action second level. Oh, wait. He's my friend. So we're going to go with a 3rd level Soothe to heal. 2 actions casting Soothe at 3rd level to heal Mr. Dash. Oh,
Nice.
so that's 17... 22, 32, 34 points of healing.
Whoa!
Nice.
Wow.
That is massive.
34 plus 0.
That's
I
like
can do
3
that
Galen
math.
potions right there.
Yeah.
At least.
Wow. Thank you.
All right, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I will mark off that spell.
Nice.
Speaking of Galen, what would you like to do?
Galen will run straight up to Aguirre and put his hand on his face and say, "Share your pain with me."
He's Cybok.
What is the distance to move to be next to Aguirre?
You're there.
It's 20? Okay, great. Well, we'll do that. And I already have my exploit vulnerability
Get past him if you can.
on Aguirre. What's that?
Get past him if you can. One more space. So
Or I take 2 strikes.
Okay. Well, you can move 5 more feet in your single move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's just enough room there.
Which may let me get flanking.
Yeah. Let's try it. Okay, great. And then Galen will try to evade the chains and strike at Aguirre.
All right.
Uh, 7 and 15 is 22.
22, you swing and miss.
Oh.
He's so armored.
Did you get the
When-
+1 from the...
I did get the +1 from that. Do I have to call out the hero point before I get the miss? Or before you tell me if it's a miss or a hit?
No.
No?
Yeah, you probably should.
Okay.
It's his birthday.
You know what? It is your birthday. You should have called out ahead of time.
Then I'm going to...
So you're not going to be able to use the hero point. What would you like to do on your last action? Your last birthday action?
Happy
Spit in your general direction.
Make a roll. And that you can use a hero point on.
Oh, man. Do I dare take another strike?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You dare.
Absolutely.
I feel it.
What else
right.
would you do?
It's going to be a nat 20.
Yeah, I will take a strike. Oh, I will use a hero point.
What did you
What'd
roll?
A 3.
Gross.
Hey.
Too
Come
bad.
on.
This one's going to be better.
Desperate slash.
So Hemlock can attest that my first roll tonight was a 20. I used up all my luck on the very first one.
You can't do worse than a 3.
Nope. That's still not going to do it. That's a 20.
You swing and swing, but there's too much rain and wind and balancing on this wooden bridge that throws you off.
Yeah.
Yannick.
Giannis going to move into melee, flanking with Galen.
It'll take you 2 actions to get within
That's fine.
flanking.
And Yannick says to Aguirre,
Evil Gary.
Evil Aguirre, you are an abomination and have no place in Voren or in hell. You have no right to possess a vessel of Carahel, and may she rebuke you. And he strikes.
You can have my hero point.
You can add +1 to that roll.
All right, that is going to be a 31 to hit.
Yeah, 31 is a hit.
I'll let you add +1 to that roll.
And with the striking rune in the longsword, that is going to be 9 plus, what's my plus on the sword? 9 plus 4, so that's 13 points of damage.
Okay. Blood is drawn, more blood, and then you
Plus he was, I don't know if it matters, but flanking, he would have been down 2. He was flat-footed.
What was your roll again?
31.
31.
Double that damage.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. So I said 13.
I got it
So
again.
it's 26
Another
damage.
13. Big, juicy blow.
Plus 1 for damage as well.
So
That's
two
two
more.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I guess that
Right
was
as you delivered that
28.
line.
Yeah.
Huge blow. Sweet. Okay. It is Dash's turn. You are prone on the ground.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
but I'm up, right? I'm healed. I'm just down.
And you have a boulder on top.
I'm smoking. Oh, if only I could throw the boulder by using my abilities. That'll come soon, guys. We'll elemental blast that thing out of there.
No, I totally believe in you.
Thank you. I healed myself, and Dash jumps up. And no, it's fine. Oh my gosh, how deep is the pit that we've been like carefully walking around and over?
It's about 20 feet.
2 feet deep.
It's not, so it's not like a huge chasm. It's just a
Nope.
drop.
It'll take you 10 points of damage to drop down in there.
Okay. What does it take to like crawl down?
It would take 1 action and athletics roll.
I'm trying to think of my impulse junctions that allow me to.
What about your stepping stone?
Yeah. My stepping stones. That's the one.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, Dash is going to cast Stepping Stones. Which I'm not looking at right now because it wasn't the first thing in my mind, but I appreciate it. 2 actions for that. And I will set them out. Yeah. Path can be 20 feet long, 4 foot squares. And can be contiguous within 60 feet of me. So I will go right off the edge and go straight for the... I can't.
Echo.
I have to activate my
Shadow,
impulse
Echo.
first. So I'm gonna do that. So first action is I turn on my air because my impulse wasn't activated. So blasting with air and stones, I form sand around me in front of me to create a small stepping stone path, and I start running forward across the chasm.
So stepping stones, you can set them. The path can be up to 20 feet long. Moving across. Okay, so the last until the end of your next turn. That's super cool.
Yeah.
And you can sustain it. So if you are, couple things. You're prone.
So that's gonna come up.
You're starting up your air thing.
Yep.
And then it's 2 actions to do stepping stones.
So that's 4 actions, right?
And
'Cause
then
getting was
1 action to move across them.
Oh, that's a lot of actions.
You got a lot of actions, buddy.
I'm so good at this.
Have
guys.
you always
stand up
had
and
5
run
actions?
around.
He's Dash.
I'm brand new at this game.
Speaking of dash, what is the distance on your lightning dash?
30. It's a 30-foot line. So Dash stands up.
But he can only go straight up.
Well, there's 1.
Okay.
Activates his impulse, which could throw a 60-foot boomerang, but they're way too far out. I can't hit anyone from here. And charges down towards Jericho, past Jericho. 30 feet. There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Hand and feet running. There it is. That was a lot of effort for that. Thank you for letting me just stand up and not having to roll saving throws. That's it. I'm done.
All right. 1 second.
I mean, you didn't have to, but I appreciate you adding the wound too. Thank you.
All right, the Echo of Vestrath on the other side of the bridge, all by its lonesome, spends an action and starts to cause the spout to descend in strength. And its other 2 actions, it throws a hand, now it's no longer being attacked by the tormented Agiri, throws a hand and launches a bit of dire magic over towards the 2 hefty warriors of the group. And a big blob of greenish acid comes tumbling through the air. Jericho makes a yelping sound. He's seen this before, but it's coming after Galen, who is the closest. And Galen is
That's why I wanted you on that side.
I thought about that before positioning. Yeah,
And Galen is hit with, I believe, a 26 to hit.
that hits.
All right, you are hit for only 8 points of acid damage. That's kind of surprising.
Takes me to 39.
You are now suffering from 1d6 persistent acid damage,
Those are the worst.
which could be very little or a lot.
It can be a lot.
Hemlock.
Just melted bard.
Move 30 feet to the southeast, please. Towards the other guys. And then I want to I want to overshoot like my range on my weapon
Uh-huh.
and go after the echo.
All right. After the echo. How far is he from the echo? What's the range on your weapon?
60 feet.
What is that range? I didn't see it. I've zoomed in. Go for it. Just drag it. 110.
I can do it.
You can do it with -2 off your chance to hit. This is the longest shot I think you've taken.
Yeah.
He lines it up.
Low aim.
33,
Plus,
34.
With a -2?
No, sorry, 32.
32 with
Yes,
the...
with that. Yes.
Okay. You critically hit the... Yes!
Oh my
cow.
Don't forget to add your +1 damage.
Yeah.
Does this bullet time as it just comes in?
What the?
Oh, he's counting.
Calculate.
Oh, it's taking a long time.
That's a
He's
good
in the
sign.
40s now.
36
Oh, I was
points
close.
of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Which one?
Whichever's worse.
Whichever's worse.
It has to be whichever's worse?
Yep.
Yeah.
For the bullets, this is specific.
Yep.
It can be whichever causes more harm.
Oh, I don't like that.
Makes you choose.
You should change that rule real quick.
All right. You hit it for 36 points. All of it goes through and slams into this ghostly figure, and it almost folds in two and then retakes its ghostly shape and appears vastly agitated and has let go of its hand in the water spout and is definitely paying attention now to the battle.
Has the water spout reacted in any way?
No.
No. Okay.
That was huge.
Yeah, nice job.
That was it. I moved, reloaded.
And
Nice.
fired. Thawne.
Thawne is keenly paying attention to what Hemlock is shooting at,
anything you can do, I can do better.
but Thawne doesn't need to move. He marks the creature from that range and takes a shot at range.
Showing off.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, creature's marked.
What is the range from Thawne to said creature?
135, I'm guessing.
I'm going to say that is absolutely right. 135.
135?
Nice job.
Still taking a -2, but...
Okay.
And this is the Hunter's Aim. So the -2 and the +2 will cancel each other out. This will be straight. That is 21 to hit.
21 is a hit.
Plus the, so 22 with the...
Or 22.
All right.
Sure, it
Still a
La, la, la,
hit.
la.
Still hits.
Does this creature suffer from having internal organs that are targetable?
Bump, 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 bump. It is... Precision is good. It has glowing eyes for you to focus on.
19 damage.
Jeez.
Nice.
What type of
damage?
damage?
This would be piercing.
All right.
Or bludgeoning, whichever's worse.
You pierce it right in its head, and then it makes a sound in some sort of tormented pain. It is barely alive after some huge blows. Speaking of barely alive, the tormented Agiri.
That's harsh.
Steps onto the bridge, backing away so it's no longer flanked. And it's going to do a double chain slice
I don't like the sound of that.
That's bad words all in the same order.
on Galen.
But Yannick yelled at it. He did yell at it. And before all that happens,
Yes.
there is a flash that has traveled to your prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the apostles of Karahel appears, descending, and stands next to you and doesn't say anything. You recognize a form, and he takes up his arms and flails them about and gets the attention of the chain tendrils that are lashing about the evil Agiri, and attempts to take control of them to wrap up the existing Agiri and stab him repeatedly or make him lose control of those.
All right.
We'll be talking about this in the afternoon.
You see this.
Yeah, I think because what you did was really cool, so I'm going to do that.
You see this ghostly, angelic form wrap around the tormented Agiri and recognize it looks the same. It is Agiri's
Real Gary?
holy form. He wraps around, and then the true ghost of Agiri nods and fades away. And the last final act of the real Agiri is to make the tormented being attack itself twice instead of Galen twice.
Nice.
Thank you,
that.
Agiri.
And it's slow, and it's misses, and then strikes itself once.
Would it get to hit?
And it wounds itself.
Weird question. Can I use ranged reprisal?
No. So, and the creature, I mean, that was the huge change in actions right there. And it ends up slashing itself instead. And you see as it slashes itself, the visage of Agiri underneath the barbed wire is gone. And it is some strange, random, rotting sailor corpse you've never seen before. And the annoying, taunting illusion of this being is faded away. And it is no longer Agiri. Wow. And it is the being known as Avarice.
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Next up is Jericho.
I would like to move 30 feet towards where all the fun's happening. I'm further north. Yeah, I'm the furthest away.
It's not a bad place to be sometimes.
Yeah, is there a way that I could cut that corner slightly more, or is there not? All right, how far am I away from the fun guy in the fountain? I think I'm just out of further away than I want to be.
125.
Wow. So my 120 range thing won't do anything. Alrighty, I will move another 30 feet forward. And I am... yeah, I will... from there, I will only hit one person, but I will use the cantrip Electric Arc. Nope, that's 2 actions. I will not. I'm going to Bon Mo against and try to lower the will DC of our friend that's sitting right there.
Of Avarice.
Yes. And I'm just going to say that kind of petty meanness doesn't become you. Show us that you can do better. and try to just lower that wonderful will DC right there. So I'm going to make a diplomacy check against their will DC.
All right.
30.
Jeez.
30 is a critical success.
All righty. With the target's distracted, they take a -3 status penalty to perception checks and will saves for a minute.
Oh,
Jeez. That's
Jeez.
fantastic.
that's
Do I have
really
any
good.
will
Didn't
attack?
like being called out for his rudeness.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but it already defeated it.
Or if you issue another Mamo, I think Jericho's keeping his mouth shut for the next minute. Fantastic. All right. I think that's it. It is Galen's turn. You were still flinching from this double blow that never came.
Never came. And so with that, knowing that there is an opportunity to strike, I will waste no time in doing so. And
Now I'm going to interrupt you before you go because I have an alert that Derek gets to hand out another hero point. Who's it going to go to? Derek?
Hey-o.
Seth gains a hero point.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Carry on.
Making a lot of friends tonight, Derek. Making a lot of friends.
Or at least just one.
just remember who buys food, 5 out of 6 times. So yes, Avarice, you bitch, strike. Natural 20.
Woo!
So that will be 4, 5, 6 plus 8 is 14. Double this 28 points of damage.
You strike Avarice, this sailor form wrapped in this barbed rusty wire.
Sorry, it's 36 points of damage.
Please.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you cut the barbed wire down and off of the rotting body. It drops to its knees, collapses down. The barbed wire that is the being known as Avarice crumples and grabs and starts to form into a violent spear, tearing and grinding upon itself and just speeding up in this horrible shredding and shards and sparks until it finally stops in this horrible knotted ball and it is destroyed forever.
Wow.
Wow.
I immediately turn to Yannick and say, "Don't pick that up."
Don't worry.
That seems good.
Well, I have 2 actions left. So with the first one, I will turn my attention to the Echo of Vestrath and attempt to exploit vulnerability on it.
Okay.
So peer into its being to track its weaknesses. Let's see. What do we get? That is only a 30.
A 30
Yeah.
is a critical success.
Excellent.
Nice job.
Nice.
Only a 30.
Critical success. You learn all the creature's resistances, weaknesses, and immunities, and the amounts. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
It is immune to death effects, disease, mental, paralyzed, poison, and unconsciousness. It has resist cold 10, electricity 10, fire 10, slashing 5, piercing 5, bludgeoning 0. Damn it, Seth.
But no weaknesses.
No weaknesses.
Interesting. Okay. Learning that, I will shout across the chasm, "No lightning attacks, Dash."
Aw.
Whimper of a fart of lightning.
I will choose to bypass and use breached defense to bypass the slashing resistance.
Okay.
And so with my third action, I will move 25 feet towards it.
Halfway across the bridge. It is Yannick. You're on the west side of the
I hate to
bridge.
be that guy, but he has persistent acid damage going on.
Shut up!
All right. Take
That's right,
1d6.
Roll a d6.
You want me to roll that for you? I'm really good at it.
Don't let him roll.
Don't roll!
Just a D6.
2.
2 points of acid damage, and then roll a flat 15 or higher, and it goes out.
Nope.
Okay.
Plus
10, 11.
Nope.
That
Nope.
No.
Flat.
Oh,
Flat is
flat.
not modified.
Yannick will head straight for that creature. I'm good. What is 50 feet? I'm gonna have to do 75. I'm just going to go the whole way. As close as I can.
Almost right to it.
And those are all 3 of my actions.
Okay, running past Galen right after the creature. Dash, it is your turn.
Oh my gosh.
Spit on the
Okay.
little barbed wire as I pass by.
How far is Dash away from the echo of Vestrath? If there's a number there, I can't read it.
135.
135. Okay, so Dash is just going to do a lot of running. He's going to dash. I'm moving 90 feet straight in, following up behind Yannick as though he were racing.
Okay. Next up is the
Push
Echo
Galen out of the way.
of Vestrath. It spins, pulls out some arrow from its ghostly eye area, and
They're the
tosses
ones
it
that
to the ground. It's
I'm innocent.
gonna do one of 2 things. It ponders briefly and then lashes out with a spell. And it just really depends on what kind of nastiness it can get into here. There we go. It will lash out with a lightning bolt, hitting a whole bunch of heroes.
No, why did we stand in a line?
3
Because
heroes.
there's a bridge.
We never learn.
I don't think it can get anyone else other than those 3, but I'm double check one more time. No, it can get those.
It certainly cannot get me.
No, it can't get out to there.
120
If
would
it-
be the range it's looking
No,
for.
anything getting those won't work. All right, so it's lashing out with a lightning bolt to across the bridge, affecting Yannick, Galen, and Dash, who just arrived.
Yeah.
The lightning bolt
I have a great idea.
comes firing out. Each of you needs to make a reflex save.
Is there a target number?
There is not a number you know of.
27 for Dash. 8.
Nat-
22.
Natural 20.
Oh, wow, that worked really well.
1.21.
And Dash, what did you have?
27.
27 and 22?
22.
No damage at all for Galen. He is able to, I don't know, picks up some weird crumpled metal in his hand and holds it up and
Uses the
absorbs
mirror.
it. Yes, exactly. Even. And our other 2 heroes only take half damage.
I would also like to attempt to do Ambulance Abeyance on Dash. So, Galen holds up the amulet, and because the exploit of vulnerability is now on the Echo of Vestrath, I can attempt to mitigate some of the damage that is being received by Dash.
Okay, let's see. The target of your exploit vulnerability would damage you or an ally within 15 feet of you. You're holding your amulet. You present you or target ally within 15 feet gain resistance. Yeah, it's a little different than Yannick's. Okay, sweet. So that's 29 points of damage. That is 14 because it's cut in half.
Yeah.
And then minus 7, so Dash takes 7.
So
Yannick
14
takes
as well.
14.
Jeez.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's a great
14.
save. Thank you.
Great job
Galen.
dodging out of the way, everybody. With its last action, it pulls a
47.
Yannick
47.
and raises a magic shield. Force field between you and it.
I've got one too.
And it's flickering in its existence. It's barely hanging in there. Hemlock!
Kind of move me 30 feet.
Towards the edge of the bridge.
Towards the bridge, yeah.
Into a nice and proper line.
I want to be a part of this.
Don't leave me out.
It's got a little bend to it. Little
Yep.
boomerang bend.
And I will reload and fire. I believe I'm still at a penalty,
Okay.
right? Because I'm over, that's more
Over
than 60
60,
feet.
yeah.
80 feet.
Okay.
But I give you a +1.
33 to hit.
Tom's expression was just a little bit of
Priceless.
shock.
The floor is yours, Seth.
Oh, nice. So yeah, trajectory. This freaking bullet farther than it should go, and it just kind of hits and gets absorbed into the ghostly Vestrath, and then it just like drops to the floor in a pile of dust.
Rain continues to fall, washing away some of the dust, and the battle is done.
I told you guys would be fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
I'd like to say I didn't hit anything. You're welcome.
How many hit points does Galen have?
Oh, I'm at 37 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're
But
still burning
Jericho's
the acid.
Shut
We need to get rid of that. He'll remember it at some point.
The rain has washed it off by now, I'm sure.
You jump in the fountain, I'm sure they'll wash it off.
Right? I considered that, to be honest.
Dash does run up to the geyser to confirm that it's still doing what it's supposed to do and seeing if it's elemental.
I think we all do that. You know?
There's bubbling water that's coming out. It's about 6 feet tall, which is a lot less than the 80 feet tall you could see way off in the distance when you first spotted it.
Are we supposed to jump in this to get to the place we're
And we
going?
need to heal some before we go anywhere.
Is it drinkable?
No. It's hell water.
Don't touch the hell water.
Now bottled in a can
Yeah.
for gamers.
It's always hot for some reason.
Hydration twice the sin.
Is there anything else in this cavern? Any
Loot.
or anything interesting that might explain how to get the fuck out of here?
You see...
There's this lump of charcoal with barbed wire in it.
Yeah, you see no visible loot and nothing about going anywhere.
Okay.
I would like to look at the fountain and see. I know that people were trying to pull it down. Does it seem like it is diminishing, stable, or slowly returning to its previous strength?
That's good.
Great question. Let's do that. And then we'll drop it to 8. Then we'll drop it to 7. Then we'll drop the width to 6. Then we'll drop the width to
No, I would like to intervene.
5. Yes.
Before this gets any smaller, we better use it while we can.
I mean, is that what's happening? It is shrinking. Was that you trying to tell me the answer to my question?
Then it's dropping to...
Into the portal now.
Dash runs and jumps in.
I jump in.
Thawne is running and diving in.
All right.
All right.
Those 3
Hemlock.
dive in and...
I'll
Hemlock
jump in
goes
with
in.
that. If Dash jumps in, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out of here.
puts the stopper in when it's done. Turns on the garbage disposal switch. All right, everyone jumps into the spout as it is waning and disappearing, and you all disappear, surrounded by water, blinded by water, and then all we see is the water fade to a little bubbling, and then there's no water at all. Just the rain splattering across this little rocky hill with what little dust is left of the echo. And we will take our break there, and we will be back in just a little bit to see what happens next.
Woo! Next scene!
And we are back, and a quick shout out to one of our fans who's joining us on Twitch Live, who's been chatting with us forever, Bat Sammy, who has just subscribed 32 months in a row. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the support.
Holy cow.
Thank you, Bat Sammy. Our heroes tumble through a tunnel of water, splashing, tumbling, yelling, falling, wet, tumbling, hemlock. As you fall, you suddenly smack into something hard, reach out and grab and feel wood, and you stop and hold on. You find yourself on the deck of a ship that is heavily tilted on its side, about 60 degrees. You hear the smack of someone else and a smack of someone else. You feel Thawne bump into you, almost dislodging you. You're able to grab onto him before he goes sliding away. And boom, 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 all of our heroes smash onto this ship with water still pouring out and gushing out and then stopping. And you all try and catch your bearings and figure out where the hell you are. You look around and find yourself on top of a vessel you know very well, an old ship. This one, again, is looking a little worn. It is heavily listed, as I said, at about 60 degrees. There is no source for where you came from. The only sense that you came from any place is the water that's all over the deck and quickly sloshing off and falling off the edge of the boat, and the water that's all over you guys, completely drenched. Of note, this vessel that you are on is suspended in the air.
Ooh.
Above you is another vessel that is suspended in the air. And below you is another, and off to the side is another and another. And as you start to get your bearings and try and kind of stand up or wedge a foot onto a railing while holding onto a mast at an on angle and look around, you are surrounded by several hundred of these vessels, all surrounding and everywhere in every direction, all at different angles, some upside down, some not, some close, some far. Below you, far, far below you, is dark water. Maybe 1,000, 2,000 feet below you is dark ocean water. No land in sight. Above you, half that distance, maybe 750 feet or so, is slightly brighter colored ocean water. There's an ocean above you as well. In between is this rough column, we shall say, of hundreds of these vessels all around one another. It is strange, it is unsettling, and let's have everyone make a willpower roll. 20 is your target number, please.
17.
22 for Dash.
I rolled a 17.
Well, we'll find our fates out together then.
22 for Dash?
Correct.
Okay.
14 for Hemlock.
Galen rolled a 20.
Oh, okay.
15.
Oh, we have 4 fails. We are going to do this as a stupefied one condition for everyone, trying to comprehend the madness of this location is the effect. This has no specified end. And stupefied is penalties to all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma skills or checks that you're going to be making. That Bon Mo rule, for example, that was just made, that would be an example of that. But also includes any will saving throws and any spell attacks or spell DCs if you're casting anything like that as well. So that will particularly affect our bard.
Sweet.
Oh, and I forgot the worst thing. Once again, to the bard. While you cast a spell while stupefied, you have to make a flat 5 or higher, which is 1 for stupefied, so a flat 6 or higher, or your spell fails. And is disrupted and still spent. So watch out.
It's
That's
really
awesome.
bad, considering how well your dice are going tonight.
As you, again, are trying to make sense of things, holding on to one another and lifting someone over towards a canted wall to give them some stability so no one falls off, you hear a voice echoing from below. And the voice says, "Interesting. No one has dared come here before. I did not foresee this."
Oh, we're full of surprises. Who are you?
Can I tell like where the voice is coming? Is it like coming from everywhere, or is it coming from somewhere?
Coming from somewhere below. Somehow you have made your way to my ship. I am impressed. But you are still fools, following old faiths and poor leaders.
So, Captain Hexton, I presume, you would have us follow you instead?
Dash wants to look around
silence.
towards the direction of the voice to see what he can find.
You slide down to the bow of the ship that is angled sharply, desperately getting some footing on the railing so you don't fall forever, while Fawn and Hemlock can make perception 20 rolls as well.
Nope.
21.
Thon, you see above
I quickly spyglass.
the spyglass,
Spyglass.
holding onto a mast and leaning, you look up, you can see there is what feels like a dark cloud of darkness in the ocean above you. Instead of this slightly brighter blue ocean water, there's a dark, almost inky cloud. You would say maybe half a mile in radius, roughly, appearing under the water surface of darkness. The weak people of Tabernary could not grasp what needed to be done to return the town to a seat of power, to rule Navarre, to rule Varennes.
You call the people of Tabernary weak, yet you hide deep in a hole behind layer after layer of protection. Why do you hide from us?
Yannick is taking the time to meditate, to try to get rid of that stupefied condition, sort of shutting things out around him, closing his eyes, sort of trying to reorient and figure out sort of the maze in the mind, so to speak, and doing deep meditation. In the
Okay.
meantime.
Trying to calm himself on this strange, rickety vessel suspended in the air.
How far away is the closest other ship to us going up?
Going up about 30 feet above is the keel of another vessel, also at a strange angle. There's some to the side, there's some below, there's tons everywhere.
Is there anywhere near us for getting inside this ship? Because I feel like I can fall off the ship on the deck. But I feel like if I was on the inside of a ship, I can't fall off and fall forever. So I'm just kind of looking to see if there's any, like, way in.
You do. You can find the door in that you guys have come out a similar looking door before. You're able to, you grab onto the door to open it. It just flings open at the weird angle and you spill into the captain's area.
Oh, I know that room.
Yes.
I'm going to kind of just, this feels safer, and just going to scuttle my little bunskies into the little captain's room.
Galen will lean over to Hemlock and whisper, hopefully, to not be heard. Hemlock, this is a ship. I know it's floating in the sky, but it's a ship nonetheless. Do you think you might be able to pilot it?
I have no idea. Can I take a look at the sails and? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like lilted, so it's like sinking, or like we've seen the others grounded.
Yeah, so you're at this crazy angle and then down. So you're 60 degrees to the left and like 10 or 15 forward. So it's
Okay.
very, very difficult to maneuver around as you walk.
But as far as, because we're in like a deluge of water.
All the water is gone.
Oh, so it's just floating at a weird angle.
You're just in the air with other vessels all around you, hundreds and hundreds all in the air. Ocean below you, a couple thousand feet. Ocean above you,
Okay.
about 1,000 feet. Yes.
Does it look like this ship could move?
You have no idea.
But is there like wind?
There's no wind.
Okay. So it wouldn't move traditionally. Can I go up to the wheel?
Yeah. You start pulling and sliding up the deck and getting yourself up to the wheel. Jeremy, you had something?
Dash is a Warren navigator, and he has an ability to constantly sense and see directions. What he would like to do, and what he's been doing off the front end as he kind of slid down to the bow, is looking for a maneuverable path from ship to ship to ship to ship.
Okay.
You mentioned some above us is 30 feet away, but other ships are off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Dash would like to see if there's a way that he can find a path that moves, connecting ship to ship to ship among the ones in the air. Do you have to go down to go over to then go up to go back over the other way to go up again, looking for the maze through the ships?
Okay. Make a perception and then a survival roll.
All right.
Thon is trying to find a high point on this vessel.
Okay.
That may not be the crow's nest, as it may be listing out to the side, and peering at the other ships with the spyglass, looking for enemies, looking for threats.
Okay.
Perception was 21, survival 25.
All right. Bon, you see a threat.
Dash.
Follow me!
Dash.
I've just got
You have no goal in sight, no end in sight, but you do see a way for you to get where you want to go, a slightly perilous way for other people to go, but there are a couple paths if you need to get off of this vessel. You have a couple routes.
Okay.
For sure.
Good to know.
I'm in the captain's. I've done this every other time I've gone into the captain's room. I've known where there's been certain things, like I found the log and such. So as long as I'm in here, I just like to search this room and look around in it, see if there's anything of interest in
All
the
right.
captain's room once again.
You see blank portraits. You see a drawer, I believe, with a captain's log inside of that.
Is it blank as well?
Yeah, you open it up and horrific, terrible, soul-stealing screams reach out into you. Make a willpower 20 or
It's been nice knowing you guys.
take 5d10 damage and gain Doom 2.
What am I making again? I got scared. I'm not talking Jericho. I'm talking Alan. So I have no idea what I'm rolling. What was I rolling?
Will 20.
Wheel 20. Okay.
the same will that is
Okay,
currently affected by
okay.
Stupefy.
I rolled an 11 on the die. I have a plus 12.
Nice.
And a -1 for Stupefy.
Oh, well, this
Yep.
stupid. Okay.
So what's your total?
22.
22. You take 13 points of damage and gain Doomed 1. You get half the effect.
Okay. So I fall unconscious all alone in the captain's cabin.
Some of you at the rear, which is where Thon is. Thon, you are sitting on the rear railing
Okay.
with your butt slightly off it, saying, boy, I hope the ship doesn't right itself.
Yeah.
When you hear an awkward, gnomish collapsing thump underneath you.
Do I hear said screams? Or is it just
From the
something?
book?
Yeah,
heard?
you hear that.
All right.
And then you put down your spyglass, seeing something horrific above you as well. Which would you like to investigate first?
You look up and there's guttural screams below you and a horrible image above.
I know the scream of the gnome. I will go and leave this horrific threat.
All right. What one other person would like to have their vision over towards this sound?
Damn it, Jericho! I told you not to run off.
Okay. Yannick, you look over and you can see where Jericho has gone. You're not sure what the hell's going on with him, but you see Fawn looking up with his spyglass, and then his hands start to tremble
Thank you.
and tremble and tremble. And then he puts the spyglass down. You slowly raise your gaze up, and you see at that 750-foot ocean above you, impossibly above you, a section of flesh that's dark green and massive teeth with rows of teeth and rows of teeth and rows of teeth slowly rising out of the water in the diameter I described before of half a mile wide. Rising out of the ocean above you is this ginormous mouth coming out, not unlike a slightly more great combination between the sandworm from Doom, but with great white shark teeth.
I didn't mean what I said.
You hear a voice say, Tabin returned on me, cast me out. But my chaos and destruction will overwhelm, and the city will fall before me. As will you.
I'm assuming Yannick heard the cut-off scream of Jericho.
Sure.
He looks up, snarls at the teeth, and then immediately goes into the captain cabin to cast Lay on Hands upon Jericho.
Okay, you go over and cast Lay on Hands on Jericho. Jericho, you're healed. You gain the Wounded 1 condition, or add a wounded
12
level.
hit points.
The rest of you can also look up and see and hear this gut-wrenching, huge, reverberating, breathy, pseudo-roarish sound from above as the largest living organism you have ever dreamt of is rising out of this water, and it immediately is obliterating several of the ships that are high above you.
Since I can see this thing, I will exploit vulnerability on it.
Okay.
To attempt to learn something of what it is.
Do not roll poorly, man. This could go bad.
Yeah.
Hungry is what it is.
I'll spend my final hero point because I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Doesn't get worse.
And I rolled a 3.
Oh, God.
But with my
50%
plus, that's a 16.
With a 16?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so something's about to happen now.
Oh, God.
Do I have time to do anything?
No, you're deep inside just casting
You're laying your
Lay
hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so your target number was a 44. So that is a critical failure. And with that, you lose focus as what happens on that, and you slip and you fall and you bounce off the railing and fall to your doom.
What?
Okay.
Hang on. Can we? Is there? I have
He's going to fall roughly 1,500 to 2,000 feet
ish.
But assume a diving
Just-
position when you get
Yeah.
to the end.
and into water. I
Reaction,
think around the
reaction.
80 to 90 foot range, it doesn't really matter.
I'm trying to see if I have anything that can catch you that has a reaction impulse. Hang on, guys.
And right now we only have Dash and Hemlock not accounted for positionally.
Shoot him.
Extract.
Featherfall's not going to do anything,
Lightning.
right? Because then
Uh,
it's only going to go so far and then disperse.
I
Feather-
believe Featherfall's.
Featherfall could do it.
I can cast Featherfall once per day
You can
My-
cast Featherfall.
You can do that?
from my my cape.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Shit, where is it? The Cloak of Soft Landing.
Once per day, when you begin to fall, you gain the effects of Featherfall.
I have written minus 10 feet to falling, and I can cast Featherfall once per day. But only on myself?
Only on yourself,
Okay.
because you're wearing the cloak,
Gotcha.
unfortunately.
Okay.
And I have
Sorry.
no save to catch a railing or anything.
You can make an acrobatics roll. We're gonna shoot 24.
Okay.
You reach out with a hand as you fall backwards awkwardly. Your hand brushes the wooden railing. Your fingers hold for a second. 24 acrobatics.
Okay, so the one thing a dash can do is I can cast stepping stones. I am at the bow of the ship because I was trying to investigate the path, so I would see him going past me, and I can cast it up to 60 feet away. It takes 2 actions. That's 12 seconds, approximately.
No, that's 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Uh-huh.
So his falling speed with my stepping stones cast out at 60 feet, could I catch him and throw the stepping stones under him so he lands on the stones?
I think falling is 32 feet a second, something like that.
Per second.
No?
But maybe he saw me as I started to
Start
lose
20?
my grip.
I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So what are you
Okay.
doing?
So I'm casting my stepping stones, my flat stones that I can generate
Yes.
out of air. I can generate up to 20 feet of them, 4 squares long, or I can do it in steps within 60 feet,
Okay.
contiguous 60 feet of me. So my thought is, as he's falling, I literally go, and I just put a floor on the ground up in front of him with
Of
steps
little
that go up, of little
stones, for him to-
stones
flat stones to land on.
to catch him.
Okay. Make, and don't roll it yet because this is important. Make a spell attack roll.
Okay.
Your target's just a 20, not the 24, just a 20. If you succeed, he's set, and I believe you can keep sustaining that and give him a moment to catch his breath and all that. If you fail, then he's going to start having some more rolls. He has a possibility of living, but there's now still danger. If you critically fail, you are way too late.
Okay.
Spell attack roll as you summon the stones.
All right. So that is an 11 plus my spell attack, which I don't normally have written down because I just have my pluses to it, but it's
13, I believe.
13 because I'm a, yes. So 24.
Is a success. And Galen, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit these stones. You are on your back, and you can just look up and see a little mousy face looking over the bow, holding out hands, continuing to create these stones.
I croak out. I love you, Dash.
Stop talking, start climbing.
And I will get to my feet and start climbing as soon as the steps become available to me.
Okay. You cannot climb because they have to be anchored to a vertical surface to make steps.
Oh, he's right.
Can set them. Hold on. Let's see if this works. This does. Hold on. You can set them horizontally to make a path across the ground or atop a liquid, or anchor them into a vertical surface to make steps. The path can be up to 20 feet long. Steps can extend 10. All must be contiguous. These do not work as you have been using them.
Oh, no.
Could they have gone if there's
Off
the side
the ship?
side of the ship, off the side of the ship, boom, 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 because he was falling off that side of the ship.
At an angle.
They can, but he has come out. Oh, okay.
How badly do you want to kill me,
I know.
Tom?
Yeah, this is not how the spell works. Let's give us another shot, but once again, it's a difficult shot.
Okay.
You push the spell beyond its intended limits. You make it go down a bit of the edge of the boat, and somehow beyond all kineticist possibility, extend it out horizontally into space, which it is not designed to do, and will never do again. But is it enough to
You
catch?
have ruined it for all arcanists from this point.
Is it enough to catch Galen? And that is going to be another 20 spell attack roll.
Okay. $19. But I have a hero point. I have 1 hero point just sitting
What'd you
here.
roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
So just roll a 7 or
So
higher.
just roll a 7 or higher. That's all it takes, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Flippy dice says it's an 8.
Hey.
21,
Good Lord.
motherfucker. for breaking the spell that I can't actually do. So this is still all grace.
The end of it just catches you. You fall, you're looking up at Dash, and then you're able to climb up these vertical steps and pull yourself up to Dash.
Does
Note
it
to
take another
self.
10?
Do not try to peer into the mind of an eldritch horror.
That's a good lesson to
That
learn.
is a good lesson. Everyone write that down. That's helpful.
Hey, Yalek, don't look in that book.
I'm not as curious as some.
No, I thought it was like the other log books, but that one screams at you.
There's something going on deck. And
Oh,
as Yannick steps back out, he draws out the summoning stone
Okay.
and holds it aloft, seeing if there's any effect.
Your boat starts to shake, and you hear creaking wood.
Is it a good creek?
there's no good sounds in here.
And he has two of them, and he hands the other to Thonwell.
What do I do with this?
I have no idea.
When the other one is out, more shaking and violent shaking and more creaking, and there is a snap of wood. Poor Galen next to
Put it away!
next to Dash, you can see maybe the first third of the ship, the bow, where you and Dash are at. It's just starting to do that Titanic crack.
Dash, get back!
So Dash backs up and
Okay.
starts thinking of the ways out.
You're breaking the ship! It's coming apart!
And Galen, what are you doing?
Screaming at Yannick and Thon!
All right, standing on the bow as best you can. That is cracking a bit. Dash leaving. You
Yeah,
were the-
no, I've left
Oh,
with Dash
all right.
towards the back
Okay.
end of the boat, yes.
You scramble up. The boat continues to crack, and then there's a huge crack. Wood splinters. Dash, you protect yourself from the splintering wood, and then the bow cracks off and falls, almost hitting the mast of the ship directly beneath you, crashing into that one, bouncing off, hitting another one, then falling. The boat continues to shake.
What is the reaction to the creature to what we're doing?
You see the creature's change is that it is continuing to come in your direction very slowly but very surely, obliterating vessels, consuming them as it gets. You see this giant maw of darkness and teeth high above.
What's the alternative?
Put it away and let's get out of here.
How do you recommend we do that?
I don't know, but if the boat breaks, we're dead. Put it away.
Yannick will put the stone away.
All right.
Thon continues peering at his stone. He's entranced by it. What is this stone? He's never seen this stone before. What is this stone? What does it look like?
It's a green, multifaceted, like a gemstone type of stone. And it's the round, I guess.
And this is causing the ship to break apart?
Yes.
And Thon tucks the stone away. Does the shaking stop?
The shaking subsides.
Is there any?
Oh, and a hole between the bow and the captain's quarters that you spill out of? No. That would be fantastic, though.
Is there any way I can tell? Maybe the cult roll or anything about what was going on in that moment with those stones and the shaking and.
Yeah, that's a great question. I would like
what
to
type
know
of
that
an
too.
effect was happening there?
Sure, make a roll.
Can
Is this in the cult roll?
Yannick as well?
You may
Or
not.
what would it be?
Yeah, occult for sure.
Okay.
Or religion.
Okay. That's a 22.
Okay. You
Roll a 14 plus 8.
Yeah, you don't know for sure, but it was definitely there was an effect on the reality of this immediate area that those stones had. A negative effect on the reality.
That word negative is carrying carrying a heavy load there.
Doing a lot of work.
Thon steps out on the deck, keenly aware that there is this creature descending upon us. can Thon determine how much time it will take before the creature has eviscerated this area of our ship?
A couple minutes.
Couple minutes. Only a couple minutes before that is upon us. We're going to have to leave this ship, or come up with some other way to leave this ship.
Do you think there might be one of those, like the way we got into this realm, down in the bowels of the ship?
You were down there.
No, I was in the captain's quarters. There was the painting, like we saw, but the canvas was blank. And then I found the log, like we found the captain's log, a couple copies. But when, and I assume...
Got you. I know what you're talking about now.
Kicking the
Let's
door.
go check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Let's
I
go
just
into the
want you to
guts.
know, it's not all the same, because when I found the captain's log, a demonic scream knocked me unconscious.
The last time we were on a ship like this, it was covered in ghosts, but not until after the illusion was broken from the reality tear. This could be another one.
It's less than a couple minutes now.
I head down into the bowels of the ship.
Okay.
And while that's happening, how far is the next ship down?
There is a mast of another ship, maybe 20 feet.
Yannick is tying off a rope in the meantime so that we can start traveling down if this is a bust.
All right. You have a holy flicker of reassurance, as though you've had some sense of this being good in your past. Chris is looking at me weird.
I like that you have like a positive deja vu. You're like, yeah, this is the way I did it last time.
Okay.
I'm having a huge case of Vujade, like I've never done anything like
What
this
is
before.
happening? How do I have these fingers?
Are we leaving the ship now?
We're waiting for the others to return. With
Into
news.
the hold was Galen and Hemlock?
Yep.
Okay. You guys struggle and find your way into the awkwardly angled hold, and you see there is a door there. Yeah.
Like the beached ship that we first arrived in.
Wooden door.
Wooden door. Open the wooden
Yeah,
door.
open
Open
the
the wooden door.
Okay. Who's opening the door?
Oh, God.
Hemlock will.
Hemlock is opening the door. Then Galen, make a reflex save. 20.
That's so me.
Nope.
Nope.
17.
The door opens. There is a huge sucking of air, and Hemlock is pulled in. Galen's the only one who had a chance, and he is also pulled in. You guys are pulled into a bright blue opening, like a huge vacuum cleaner suction thing. And I'm going to assume Thawne, who's trying to keep an eye on things, you hear their distant yells as they are ejected somewhere out into space and come falling down into another ship some distance away.
Quick, stones!
I've used that one up.
I need both of you. Oh, no, you just flat out take 20 bludgeoning damage from your fall as you slam into another ship. And both of you make athletic or reflex save 18s as you have landed on an upside down ship and are starting to slide off.
They're not on the ship anymore. Their voices are distant.
19.
They've gone somewhere else.
It's a natural one.
Oh my God, Galen.
What did you get? Hemlock?
19?
19, and I think I said 20.
No.
Didn't I?
Like that? No.
I've got written here 20. What did I say?
I thought you said 19.
No, the reflex save was the 20, but they took 20 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Then they had to make a reflex save
Of 19?
of 19.
Okay, maybe I will go with whatever I said. 19. Hemlock, you fall, hit this upside down ship. You catch your breath for a moment, and oomph, you take that damage, and you can see you are about 80 feet above and just slightly off to the side of the previous ship you were at. And then right behind you, boom, lands Galen with the big oomph, and then he slides off the keel off the other side.
Can Try to catch him.
You can try. Make a reflex, I'll say 17.
24.
Okay, you grab his foot before he falls to his doom for the second
Good
freaking
times.
time.
Thank you.
You gotta stop
not lava.
falling.
Can we get off these ships, please?
I think we've figured out a way to travel from ship to ship, but we're going up. Is that what we want to do?
We fell up?
Look down, and then I yell to see if I can get somebody's attention.
You see a spyglass pointing in your general direction.
Hey! And then I do like some hand signals like inside the ship.
What's the hand signal for inside the ship?
Oh, so I make a little bow like this with the ship, like, and then like point.
All right, Fawn does the rest of the YMCA with you.
Can we? Is it a shoutable distance? We can talk, communicate.
Yeah, it's a shoutable distance. Yeah,
How far away is it again? Sorry.
about 80 feet.
80 feet.
What happened?
Go into the door.
That's not shouting, by the way.
Wait, did we fall closer to the
Yeah.
bad
Yes.
thing? Why are you telling him to go through the door?
Yeah, that's what I'm yell. You're closer to the evil bad thing. That seems bad.
Unless we gotta fight it.
Oh my God. No. I'm not.
44!
I'm not with him.
We're going down.
We need
Try
help
to get
to get
down.
down. Is there a rudder at the back of this ship that we could tie a rope to?
Yes.
I have a rope. I want to tie it to there. How close can that get us to the next?
All right,
ship
running
down?
recklessly to the rudder.
Carefully, slow.
I also have a rope, so together we do have
100 feet?
100 feet.
All right, you guys
Can I
start.
ask one other question? Like
Yes.
with your hands or description, what is the relative relationship, spatial relationship between the ship that they are on and the ship that we are on?
They are 80 feet up and 2 ship lengths over.
Okay, so they're much higher and fairly laterally different than us. So they're not like directly.
Not
above us.
directly.
Okay, yeah. All right.
One of your scrolls is Dimension Door, I believe.
I do not have that.
Oh, you used it?
I don't even have that. As far as I know, I never had a scroll called Dimension Door. Sanguine Mist.
I swear there was one of those.
Sanguine Mist, Dream Message, Remove Disease, and Cup of Dust is what I have
Would have been way more useful if you guys were directly.
And lightning
above us.
bolts.
used.
Oh, got it. Okay.
All right, Yannick has a rope tied off down below, and then our 2 heroes up above on the keel have a rope tied
And I'm
off.
feeling good about going down this rope. Was
Where was your destination?
down
To what specifically?
the next ship.
In what part of it?
Part I can
The
stand on.
mast.
You said the
mast.
crow's
Yes,
nest was
the
20
mast.
feet below.
Mast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yes, you have a good feeling about it.
Stand on that one.
I'll take your good feeling. You said
Gash,
20 feet?
Yep.
How are we getting our friends back though?
We're going to have to make our own way.
Yeah.
We create a series of ropes.
Do you have an idea on how to do that? Because I do not.
If they
I have a thought.
okay,
If the portal went through that way, if we tied off a rope and threw it through the door, they may be able to climb up the rope back.
let's give it a shot.
Come to the light, Caroline.
It's just the upside down. You just do it the other way and land on the mattress.
Well, if you remember when Galen fell into the lava, and I pulled him out of the lava from far away. I mean, it's not real far away, but if they're close enough to me, I can grab them both.
How close do we need to be?
About 30 feet.
That's
Way closer than you is.
All right. Some quick geometry here.
80 squared plus.
A squared plus B squared equals C
Yeah.
squared.
How many tension dice does this geometry cost us right now?
If can your grab 2 people, or do you? Yes. Okay. So 80 feet, 2 ship lengths. What is the horizontal distance?
That's 80 feet.
80 feet.
No, vertical was 80.
Right.
No.
Horizontal is 2 ship
two
lengths.
ship lengths, right?
Like side by side ship lengths, right?
Yeah. I think that's going to be too far. The ships are wider. Let's say 1 ship length because that's still plenty.
It's about 100 feet then.
From here to there, I'm thinking like here to the end of the garage that I'm pointing at, the end of the garage.
That's totally only 30 feet.
That is not 30 feet. I think that's like 70, 80 feet.
If we ran and jumped, we might be within grabbing distance by the time we fell past.
If you don't, only one of you survives.
What is the spell that you were casting?
Friend fetch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I can.
Try the door. Try the door.
Do the rope first.
I mean, we could go back through the door.
No, we fell. We fell up onto a ship keel.
Onto the bottom, yeah, onto the outside part of the ship. Maybe that ship takes you back. Probably not.
Probably higher.
Might send you up to another ship, or technically down. He does keep saying that he's rising out of the water, even though it's above us.
Yeah.
All right, so if you got a rope and you attach it onto the end of the ship closest to us, and then you carry it all the way back, and then you Tarzan it, and you swing, and then when you reach the apogee of that swing, you just let go. I'm sure you'll get close enough to me.
So your mission
All right, we're going to add a
6
tension
inches.
die for this planning phase.
Yannick, I love your idea. Let's do it. Now, please.
I don't know what idea I had.
The rope through the door.
That wasn't my idea.
That-
but
that-
let's do
that-
it.
Dash, love your idea. Rope through the door. Send the rope to
I'm
us.
trying to just get to this mast down here. I feel good about that.
Jericho, do you have rope?
I got the rope. Well, I'm going to double check, but I'm sure that I do in my inventory. Double checking.
Thon's probably got rope, right?
Rope.
He's have rope.
He's always got rope. Yeah, we got rope.
Yes, I have a 50-foot
It's
rope.
family rope.
But
You got a
Thon's
rope?
about to do the happening off the end of this boat. He's done with this crap.
Hey, Thon, I'll use my rope to tie it onto you just so that nothing bad happens to you, so you're super safe and kind of keep you safe. And then you chuck your rope through the portal.
But
I'm
tie it to
confused,
something.
but you
Don't
can
just-
use the rope.
Well, one safety rope, because if you are at the portal and you throw your rope through, that's your rope.
I don't know. I don't need any more tension dice. Whatever you need.
So you're tying off
I
two
don't
ropes?
know what a tension die is. I was going to tie a rope around you like a safety line.
Okay.
So like you don't fall or like if you stumble and fell through, then we lost you also. So one to keep you safe, like we tie you off a safety line on this side of the portal. That makes sense to everyone else. And then you use your rope, chuck it through and pull the guys through.
I could be the same line as long
Well,
as
it
it's
could
secured
be.
on the back end. So
Could be.
we tie the rope off out onto a pole or a mast outside of the captain's quarters.
We tie it around your waist, keep you safe.
Tie it to whoever's opening the door.
Yeah.
So Dash or Thon,
Safety
tie it
first.
around you, opening the door, throwing the rest of the rope through.
Okay. Let's do it.
The creature has destroyed about 25% of the ships above you.
All right, we're going to do that.
Okay, who's going down into the cargo hold and opening that door, which has been reclosed somehow?
Thon, but we're safety roping him.
All right.
Do you want to? Or do you not want to? Because we could...
Sure, I'm all on board with this plan. Let's do it.
There you go.
Bon, you are tied to a mast and tied to yourself with the rest of the rope in your hand to throw through the door. You go and open the door, yes?
Yes.
All right, there is a huge gust of sucking air, and you are pulled hard and taut on this rope, whipping through the air, and then you do what?
Unleash the rest of the rope for
All right.
the others to grab.
You unleash the rest of the rope. The two of you that have got your own rope around the rudder, and then way below, there's a rope around a bow that's going to a mast for Yannick. Anyways, up above, you see there is a rope dangling out in open space, leading up to nowhere and disappearing. And it's slowly moving back and forth.
So that's 100 feet of rope and we were 80 feet away, so we should have enough rope to be able to grab, yes?
It's above you. It's where you came out.
Yeah, that's where
Right.
we came out.
How far
you.
above them is it?
It's whipping and touching the...
Grab that rope.
Yeah.
The hole. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Grab it and quickly kind of wrap it around a little bit to get a little extra security. We'll wrap it around and then start trying to... And tug. Pull!
Thon's being just
Yeah, I
tortured
know.
in the middle.
Start pulling.
All right.
Us too.
Yeah.
Got it! Pull!
I'm busy.
He's
Three
down
of
three
us will
other
work-
ships.
Three of
He's
us will
already
work on
killed the
pulling.
boss. Moving on with his life.
Yannick, what are you doing while they're doing this?
I mean, I am participating in this tomfoolery, I suppose.
All right.
I'm gonna go back.
He's
and,
holding the tension dice. He's
haul the rope in.
You pull the rope, and after some time, you finally recover an elven archer named Thon, who is halfway up the rope.
I'm not built for this.
First words out of the
Are
mouth.
you incredible waving wacky inflatable arms guys?
That's pretty much it.
And in front of you were the two smallest, dare I say, meekest members of the group of Dash and Jericho pulling a weakling. You finally just bat them out of the way, and you pull and pull and pull, and you're able to get your two allies just their feet pulled out of open space, away from the overturned boat above, into the cargo hold of the ship, where Hemlock kicks his foot several times and finally catches the door, and it seals closed, and all the sucking air goes away.
If you're all done fooling around, can we go down
Yeah, let's
now?
go, please. Now, let's go.
Following Yannick.
Get the rope. And Yannick will go back to the plan and head down to the lower ship.
Okay, you've
the
extended
mast.
your rope, and it is catching a mast that is also at a strange angle, and you go down your rope and reach out with your foot and grab and pull yourself over, and now you are standing on the mast holding onto your rope.
Yep. And encourage everybody else down quickly.
Okay,
Dash follows nose first, crawling straight down.
All head down.
everyone makes it down to this second boat. It is very similar to the first, slightly at a different angle, and you are now down a boat length, if you will.
Only 1,000 more boats to go.
Oh, there's a quicker way to do this.
What's that?
Jumping off.
We'll all die.
We're never going to make or outrun this thing. It'll be here in minutes.
I got a good feeling about this ship, though.
Okay.
The Oracle gave you some good news. Okay.
Do we want to check the portal of this one?
We should tie.
Not particularly.
Well,
Quickly, though.
we'll tie off.
Yes.
And who was it? Yannick, you have an image flash again of the mast of the ship as though you have seen it before.
Okay.
Are you sharing any of this?
I got a good feeling about this mast. I don't know what to tell you about
I
it.
dig this mast. This mast.
So is this ship, you said it was also a weird angle. Is it also listing, or is it more of an upright, easier to walk on? Since we're standing in the crow's nest.
It is more pitched backwards, so the bow is up considerably. What is it, like 30 degrees?
This ship has a familiarity to it.
Incorrect. The mast briefly flashes through as though you've seen that mast before.
I don't know what to do with that information.
Good luck.
We either need to stay here and hang on to this mast.
Or go.
That seems super dangerous. To
I
me.
don't know what else to do.
Maybe we should check where the portal
Check
here
the
goes, but
portal.
tie someone
Yeah.
off so we can pull you back.
Meanwhile, I'm going to check the captain's quarters and see if it's different from the last ship.
Don't open the book.
All right. Galen, you go into the captain's quarters. It looks very similar to the first.
Blank canvas on the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't open the book.
And tying off who? Hemlock?
Yeah, I'll go.
Hemlock's tied off, and it goes through the portal. I saw her opens the door, and we're going to hold him
Okay.
and let him go through the portal and see where that ends up.
All right, there's another huge gust of sucking wind, and you see blue sky, ocean water, and vague ship shapes.
What's around me?
Close ocean water? Or?
You're still in the cargo hold, looking out through the door.
But it's not sucking him out this time.
It is.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
got
yeah.
We got
Oh, yeah. So I'm all tied up. I want
Yes.
to go through.
Okay, you're going to go through. All right.
Spaceman Smith.
You go through, you go out, you were pulled out, Yannick and everyone's still holding on, and you're tied off, and you are suspended. You are suspended in open space, no ship below you easily whatsoever, and then above you, maybe 500 feet, is this beast.
So I'm above us. So I pull the rope to get pulled back in
All right.
and tell them I went up. Was within 500 feet of that monstrosity.
Why this mast in particular you keep mentioning?
Let's examine the mast. What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna see if there's recall knowledge. I'm gonna take some time to
What was
really
it about your dream that you
meditate
had?
upon the mast.
What was your dream?
I'll look if you've mentioned the mast is important.
Yes.
You remember?
I'll look and see if I can see if there's anything written, any runes or writings. Or
All right,
or any
you're looking at
markings on
that.
it.
You remember when we first came here, we all had dreams of some
Mine was
type.
upon a ship. Yes.
Would that have been the
Unlock.
same mast?
Will you go to the wheel and see if you can steer this ship in some way?
Yeah. And I'll make my way to the wheel.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to see if there's any insight I can glean from this mast.
All right.
I'm gonna is there a crow's nest up towards the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're standing earlier.
Thon, will you go to the crow's nest?
Absolutely. And Thon dashes his way to the crow's nest.
Okay, and Dash thawns his way where?
I'm just gonna thon to the left.
That happens sometimes.
Gonna turn to the right.
At the wheel, there is no change. As you move the wheel left and right, the
Doesn't
rudder
do anything.
moves, but doesn't
Push the
do
pedal.
anything. The accelerator is not present.
Is it in gear? Did you try the choke?
Yeah.
Jericho, looking up and down the mast, you see no runes of any kind. Detecting magic does not show any magic either. Thawne and Yannick, you were doing something with the crow's nest? What were you doing?
I mean, if it's easy for Yannick to get there, he would go up. But if not, he
No,
would-
you came from there, so you could not have come down yet.
Oh, okay. What
Should have
does
recall knowledge.
What the like?
Did you
recalling
take notes?
I'm. There's
Thon comes.
looking out from the crow's nest to see what he can glean, whether another ship, something different, something, an anomaly to that would be something different than the similarity of everything else.
All right. As you are on there looking, touching, closing your eyes, thinking, looking, you have some semblance of something. When Galen, you have something you wanted to do?
Are there crates of things on deck here? Are there any closed crates on the deck?
No.
Barrels.
Okay.
No. Yannick, you have a glint of some sort of memory just on the edge that you can't quite grasp into your mind. Make a religion roll 20.
Does this religion involve Carahel? Because if it does, I have student of the canon. It'll be one degree better. But even if not, I rolled a 17 on the die. My religion is +8, so that'll give me a 20. What is that, a 25? 26?
All right.
25? Something like that. I don't know.
You had a shining light flash across your eyes when the steam rolled across the lava, and you had a vision of different ships.
Okay.
And that is all that you recall.
We had a vision that went mast, stern, bow, somewhere like that.
Jesus Christ.
No, man. I'm looking through all my previous notes. There's nothing specific.
So only if
Other than
someone
the fact that
only if
there's
someone wrote that order down, because Tom also did repeat it back to us to get the right order. If anyone wrote it down.
Which order for what?
There was a vision when we were all when the steam and the ocean came in and wiped out all the lava. Right at the beginning of that, the very first person who got any vision of that was Yannick, and Yannick got a vision. He got a vision of a ship, and the vision of your ship went something along. I can't remember the exact order, but something along the lines of
Mast plus the second mast, the bow of the ship, aft,
And then a door.
wooden door. Mast plus the second mast, the bow of the ship, aft, and then wooden door.
So I'm guessing we need to get to the next mast we can get to.
Yes. What's the next closest mast?
There is a next closest mast is beneath you at a 90-degree ship with the mast sticking out.
How far down?
Over.
It's about 40 feet or so.
And that's horizontal?
40 feet straight down, but not quite beneath you.
We need to get to that mast and then to the bow of that ship, and then the aft, and then the bow of that ship that to the second mast, and then there's another. And does that bow lead to the aft of another ship then?
No.
You're asking
Okay.
if you can see this path.
Yeah. So bow aft and then to the wooden door. So probably down to the next mast, to the bow of the ship.
Or just to the bow of the next ship.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to take better notes.
Hemlock goes to
Asking if you can see that path.
the closest
He
part
looks for a
to
path.
that 90-degree second
It's the
Mast.
second mast.
and drops a 50-foot rope. And how close is the bottom of that rope to the mast?
What's the next closest mast?
Hold on. It's about 40 feet.
Okay.
What was your question?
What's the next closest mast?
The next closest mast is... It is... But no, it's a horizontal, slightly above,
Okay.
pointed at you.
That can't be it.
Is there another path to get to the ship below us with the mast that's horizontal? Is there another path through other boats to get there?
Nope, that's
Hey,
closest one.
Thon, can you come here for a second?
Thon goes to Hemlock.
And I pull the rope back up that I let sink. Can you shoot
I am
this?
not going on the rope again.
That's fine. Can you shoot this to that next ship, that mast?
Oh,
Can you
I'm trying.
tie this rope to an arrow?
A little difficult, but I'll try. Tying the rope, however that would work.
That's what I want to know. Okay. Make a roll, and if you roll a flat 17 or higher, this is feasible.
Aren't there arrows, like some sort of grappling arrow that you got from the...
It won't do for rope type things.
That's just what grappling arrows do.
I have no such thing as a
Okay.
grappling anything.
Well, that's what he was asking.
He ties the rope and
Oh, you have some sleep arrows.
fires it.
It went sideways. It's weird.
17 or higher, flat roll.
Get the roll the same. Well, how about that? 17.
Well, that's
Wow.
nice.
Against
This shouldn't work.
against all odds. It should not work, and it flies weirdly and then falls, but it just hits and doesn't sink in well, but it is attached.
I wouldn't climb that.
Can we tie off the close end to the ship? Or is is
Already
that what
did
you've
that.
done? That? It's tied off.
Yeah.
I will volunteer to climb down the rope.
It should be one of us.
Yes.
It's a perfectly good arrow. I'd
If
like
I
to
can get
that
within
back.
15 feet, I'm safe.
Yeah, but send one of the little
in fact-
guys
Not you.
to secure the rope.
to
In fact,
Galen, who's
If
almost
you
fallen
go,
twice.
when you're within 30 feet, I can always pull you back if you start to fall.
Okay. Yannick will tie another rope off to Dash.
Okay.
We'll keep you safe.
I will hold on to this rope. You go down the rope, secure it, and the rest of us will come.
Dash starts to scamper.
Yosoki goes in the cage.
Just get that little wheel that you run in and just roll it down the
roll it.
thing. Yeah.
So
We don't talk about the wheel.
Dash scampers down the rope, trying to get to the other mast that was hit with the arrow rope.
Okay.
So, do I just do it?
Sure.
Great, it worked. I then take the rope around my waist, or while I'm still tied up, just
Whatever one is most secure.
I secure the rope that was arrowed in, and I tie it off for everybody else to climb down that rope or slide down towards the second mast.
Now let's go.
And as he does that, I want to make a comment of another fan comment from Thunwill who said, "Don't send Galen." Said, "Not Galen. He's destined to fail."
Very likely.
All right.
I agree with that.
I do like the idea that Galen always volunteers, and everyone's like, "No."
Not you.
It's fine. We're good.
You're next to last.
You focus on treats and sandwiches.
And then,
All right. Dash has this secured.
I think Galen's job is really basically the job of Tyrion Lannister. He knows stuff and probably drinks.
Drinks and knows things.
Who has 7 hit points?
Also,
That would be me.
that's Galen.
That's Galen.
Yannick will use his the new ability that he picked up, and he'll be like, Carahel, please save me from this foolery, as he uses his desperate prayer, which is a free action to
and the ship explodes.
to regain a focus point instantly, and will heal Galen 12 points of damage
All right.
Nice.
with a lay on hands.
And you can also take a 10-minute rest if you want to get your focus.
No.
We're good right now. I think we're pressing up against some time at the moment.
You're
Thank
well
you, sir.
rested when
Yannick, you gave me how much again?
12.
You're at 19.
So that should put you at 19. And then we're going to all get to the next ship.
Okay, and then I have a question. As everyone goes across this awkward rope, who is not trained in acrobatics?
Whoa, hold on.
I am trained.
who is not.
Who is
I know.
not trained in acrobatics?
You are not trained
I've
in
seen
acrobatics,
one
Galen?
Oh, no.
I will tie a rope to Galen and secure that to
Wait,
me.
how many ropes do we
I
have?
have 10 ropes.
The rope
Well,
that's tied to Dash.
Yeah. Dash can untie the rope that's tied to him, and then we'll reuse that rope for Galen to make
Okay.
sure Galen makes it safely.
All right.
There's that new game that's like people are chained together and they jump together. Yeah, it's sort of what Galen and I are going to be doing.
All right, Galen, make an acrobatics roll. And 18 is your target number.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, no. That's a 7.
It's a critical fail.
That's exactly
That's
what
a
Galen says. He
critical
goes,
failure.
"Oh no!"
But you add your
He's tied
dex.
up.
He's got his skill. What's your skill in
Yeah, his
acrobatics?
skill.
5. I rolled a 2. That's a 7.
Oh.
Oh,
Stop
my God.
rolling so bad.
That's the rule.
How close was I
Supposed
when
to
I came
tie
off?
this?
That's what I want to know.
You are halfway across the rope when you slip and fall, critically failing and yanking violently. And we will have Yannick holding onto the rope, make an athletics roll 20.
It's going to be an 18.
Oh God!
How close was
But
I?
I do have a hero point because I have not used my hero.
You might want to save that. Just one moment. How close was I to our destination when I came off?
If you're halfway across,
And it was like 40
40
feet.
feet,
So you're
20
20
feet out.
feet on this slanted rope.
Okay.
He's
And the
looking for
rope
15.
you are on is now breaking with Yannick grabbing on with one frayed end with one hand.
Can I attempt my mirror's reflection to grab back onto the rope? So in essence,
Interesting.
teleport back to where I fell off from.
It's not designed for that at all, but I think we should give you a slim chance. You have 2 rolls to make. Make a spell attack roll, which is your spell DC minus 10.
Okay.
And then your target is a 20 to begin the use of this.
So my DC is 21, minus 10 is 11,
So-
so that's a plus 11.
Plus 11,
11.
need a 20.
Need a 20.
He brings out his mirror,
That is a 29.
and you flash yourself up to the rope and fall a few feet towards the rope and grab it. Make a reflex save 20.
That is a 14.
Reflash up there. Just keep doing this.
That's what I'm going to try to do.
So as he falls, I will, since he's 20 feet away,
And he's no longer attached to Yannick's rope.
I will cast Friend Fetch. And I will just pull him right to me.
And where would you like to be? How about on the next boat?
Wait, we said he was the last one.
Yes.
Yes.
Next to last before Yannick.
And you pull Galen to safety. What the hell?
Falling's my thing.
I'm going to change the name of this to Galen Fetch.
Okay. Galen, you were brought into the warm, welcoming embrace of Jericho's tiny arms.
It's
Easy
wrapped around
peasy.
his thigh. This mount.
Nothing to it.
the lava.
Yannick gets to that ship. Does he have the same feeling about the mass of that ship?
You're feeling pretty confident. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now he's looking for the bow of the next ship.
A bow of a next ship.
Yes.
You see there is a ship that is almost directly beneath yours, pointed straight up, the bow right at you.
That is our next target. And we have, I think, 6 ropes amongst us. We're down 2 ropes because we've used 1, 2 tied off.
Third one got broken.
Third one got broken.
Third one got
Just now.
broken.
Yep.
Okay, so we're down to
3 ropes.
3 ropes.
Okay.
I don't think Galen can take too many more of these.
No. And we're gonna
You guys want me to hold the ropes for you?
We're gonna tie off the next rope and lead it, let it drop down to the bow of the ship.
Okay. Done.
And I'm gonna tie a rope to Galen. And send
Yeah, he just
everybody else
accepts it
except
now.
for Galen
Just
down
lower it
first.
down.
All right.
And we're gonna everybody but Galen and me go down,
Okay.
and then Galen goes down.
All right. No one has to make any roll unless you're untrained in acrobatics.
Yeah.
Who's that? Just Galen
Galen.
still?
How do I know if I'm untrained? First of all,
Because you would have
It
a
doesn't
team
say
next to
big
your
fat
acrobatics.
Next to your skill.
let's just take a quick look.
You
Just to
haven't
make sure.
checked.
I am untrained in acrobatics. I
Okay.
figured with a 5 I
Who
would
has? Didn't somebody have improvisation? The where you get like
He might have.
be. I
it.
did not actually. Oh, I did take clever
Yeah, but he's
improviser.
still untrained.
Yeah, but-
attempt skill actions that normally require trained proficiency.
You can do that?
That's what he has.
Oh.
Clever
Yeah.
improv.
yeah.
Then you're good.
Oh, I thought I still had to attempt it.
Untrained improvisation. Your
Clever
proficiency.
improviser.
This doesn't allow you to use the skill's trained actions.
But he's got the second portion of that, which is the
Attempt skill.
untrained improvisation.
Attempt skill actions that normally require trained proficiency. That's the description of the skill.
So it's a twofer. It comes with clever improvisation has untrained improvisation attached to it as well.
Clever improviser is the advanced one. Do you have clever improviser?
I have clever improviser. Yes.
Okay, that is the advanced one. You gain the untrained improvisation, and you can attempt skill feats. All right, you can.
Yay!
You make it safely.
Not as
realizing
clumsy as you thought.
yeah, I'm not as bad
you're
as I thought.
Wait, do I get that spell slot back?
No. All right, you good?
Son of a biscuit.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I will need to clarify because proficiency bonus for untrained skills equals your level -1. Nowhere in there did I read it as I can do something I'm untrained at. I can just attempt it.
But he would have, with the proficiency bonus, made that roll to not slip anyways, I think. But anyways,
we'll clarify later.
We're
Yeah,
okay.
we're good for
We're
now.
good. So we are going to get to the bow.
You are now all on this bow, hanging off from sides awkwardly, and it is precarious at best. One of you is having some trouble holding on to the side of this vessel with railings and masts. Only one of you has a challenge, and it will be whoever rolls lowest on a 20-sided die.
Let's just make it Galen.
Can we have Lauren roll twice with disadvantage?
I rolled a 12.
3 from Jericho.
4 from Dash, so he's safe.
14.
Don't look at my die roll.
Oh no, I would like you to go first because I have
I already did.
wonderful news.
Come on.
I beat Dash.
Give him up.
Dash
I rolled a 2.
is-
Thank you.
Nice.
He's also the only one with a rope tied to him.
You gotta throw that dice.
Yes, he
Away.
rolled a 2
It's
like
also
10
rolled 20s,
times.
so you know.
With a 2 and freakish luck, that rope snaps and Galen starts to fall. This is unfreaking believable. Galen, you may make a reflex save to grab an edge. 20 is your target number.
Oh, God.
22.
Jeez Louise. How many of these? It's insane.
Can we
least-
just
at
be in a
least one
place where
more.
falling doesn't happen? That would be.
He
great.
gives out a yell, falls on the outside, grabs onto another railing, and holds on.
I was gonna cast Force Barrage on him, but that's not
Just put him out of your misery.
Oh, fetch.
Just be done, my child. Your rest.
Push 5. Push 5.
It's 4 steps.
Ring of the
Do a
ram.
push.
Bam.
Yeah, ring of the ram. Let's get this over with.
After the next ship is where comparatively?
Say that question
Aft?
again.
There should be. Yeah.
You said
Ass.
aft of the next ship
Yeah, what's
is
the-
where comparatively.
Yeah. So,
there,
like, what's the closest aft of a ship?
there is another vessel that is also standing upright, but with the aft pointed up, and it is slightly askew and below.
So Galen almost got it naturally.
Yes.
That is our next goal.
And it's not too far below. It's just the awkward horizontal angle.
And we're sure it's not this ship.
Throw me. It's the only way.
I'm pretty sure it's not this ship, but my notes are bad, so.
They're better than mine. I still can't figure out where we got the mast, second mast, bow. And I do recaps.
You might not have been here.
I got mast, second mast as
Maybe,
well.
I don't
But
know. I don't know if you were here or not.
Oh.
That's what
That
happens
could be
when you
it.
miss staff meetings.
Got to get my email catch-ups from Thonwell.
What? I think it's the aft of the next ship and then the wooden door.
Okay, not the aft of this ship.
That wouldn't make any sense. I don't think so. I believe it's the aft of the
Okay.
next ship and then to the wooden door.
Is that what you feel good about?
I feel okay about it.
All right, then that's what we're doing.
It's diminishing.
Holy
it was feel pretty
mediocre.
good. Now it's okay. We need to go back.
Test this door before we leave
No.
the boat.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. You've got to cover a bit of a horizontal distance of about 40 feet. How do you want to do that?
40 feet. That's a long way.
It's about 10
Yannick
feet down, 40 feet over.
draws out his grappling hook
You've got a
written
grappling hook.
back here.
It's attached to an arrow.
On an arrow. I don't know why I did this.
And we'll use his grappling hook with one of the final ropes we have.
Okay.
And
It's my family rope.
thank you for letting me use it. And then we'll cast it to the next ship and grapple it onto the next ship.
Okay. You whip it over, you grab onto it, you still hear this huge mawing, destructive sound from high above of the monstrous creature. You hook up onto that vessel, and you safely have a line, and everyone is able to get across because everyone is trained equivalency in acrobatics, yes?
We're going with that.
All right.
Ish.
And everyone makes it to the other side, except one of you runs into a little bit of bad luck along the way. Who that is, we will see with the lowest roll on a 20-sided
Great
die.
eye contact to Lauren.
10.
7.
17.
Higher than 7.
8.
I got a 9.
Heyo.
Thon?
Nope.
No,
Hemlock.
Hemlock.
Cammy.
Hemlock stops to scratch an itch and slips off this rope into his own endless demise in this horrific, hellish landscape.
I do have combat climber, so I'm not flat-footed while climbing. Does that give me any bonuses?
Yes, roll that die again and it won't be you.
No, I'll keep it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Next lowest.
I love that.
Thon and Jericho both had 8s.
So you can roll it again,
No.
and then it will be the both of
No,
them.
I'll keep
totally
it. I'll keep it.
Okay. You're just knocking them out of the way as you get.
Combat climber, yeah, just pulling
You
them off.
slip and fall. You need to make a reflex save to grab an edge with a 20, or you are in a world of hurt.
29.
Okay. Jesus.
Yes.
He also had the cloak, so he could.
Oh, okay.
fall.
Good, good.
That was the one.
I have that cloak.
See you in the next life.
You grab onto the rope and start going hand over hand and get to the other side, and you are all on this other vessel, which is pointed straight down.
So how do we get to the into the interior of this ship?
You tell me.
Well, I guess we're going to use a rope.
We'll find a door.
Wait.
Where's the nearest door?
There's a
Wait.
door into the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Let's go
Are there
there.
windows? Like,
Anchor
we're on the
them-
back side of it, right? Are there
Yeah.
windows into the captain's
Usually.
quarters?
Dash
Yeah.
cast stepping stones.
Okay.
It works. Anchor them into a vertical surface to make steps. Doesn't say stone surface, just vertical surface. So I could legally do this one this time.
I know my rights.
and so 4 slots of stairs pop out every 5 feet up from the bow of the ship that I think we entered on up to the
Or the aft.
No, you guys are on the aft
We're on
pointing
the
down,
aft
so you
point.
just a couple steps down
couple
to
steps
a door.
down to the door, and then we can climb upwards through the door.
Yep.
But that would be that
Okay.
way.
So what,
All right.
what are we looking for?
The wooden door.
Oh, the cargo door.
The
All right.
cargo wood door. But we're going to tie somebody off and still do the same thing to make sure.
I'll go.
Not you.
We got steps.
What?
We got steps now.
Yeah. But we're still going to.
Oh, to let somebody. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go through.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to get to the cargo hold door. Everybody's going to be far enough away that they're
For this
not going to
extra
get
time,
sucked through.
I'm gonna
That's
add
fine. It is what it
attention
is.
die.
I feel the tension.
And we're going to tie Thon off.
Hemlock.
Hemlock.
I'm not going.
Hemlock.
You're the same person.
Hemlock off. And then open up the door. He's going to open up the door.
Okay.
And we're going to see where that wooden, where that passageway goes.
All right, Hemlock, you go down the steps tied off awkwardly on this pointed down vessel. Again, you're looking almost straight down and can see another 1,500 feet and more boats in the
Yeah.
crazy ocean. You don't even look above.
No.
You open this door and you see a darkened set of stone steps heading up-ish.
It's so bizarre.
Does he get sucked in?
No.
That's the way.
Yeah.
All right. And I think we have to go through.
Okay.
Stones! Dash.
Yeah.
Dash,
Hemlock
dash.
goes through.
All right. Hemlock goes through. Everyone else slowly makes their way through, right?
Yes.
Yep.
How far away is the Eldritch being?
That's what Thon's checking.
6 feet.
50% of the way to getting to you guys. We can do
So
the
that's
percentage.
375
Yeah.
feet.
But unfortunately, it's still a slightly dangerous area to go down, and one of the heroes runs into some poor luck.
Oh, God.
Let's see who it is with a roll of a 20-sided
not
die.
gonna be
It's
Hemlock.
not going to be Hemlock.
17.
3.
Oh.
I'm getting lucky.
Galen rolled a 19.
5 is better than 3.
Bringing up the rear, Yannick is the last, and he slips and falls. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall hard, but you did say everyone was being tied off carefully.
Yes.
And with 5 hands
Maybe at
pulling and
37.
pulling, you are able to be pulled up into the door. And you guys are now awkwardly reoriented with gravity, and pulling him is a weird sensation, and you find yourselves on stone steps.
Can we close that
Thon.
door?
Thon, wait. Before we leave, Thon,
Thon vomits.
do you want to take a shot at this
No.
thing's eye before we go?
No. Don't fuck with the Eldritch Horror. Let's go.
44.
No.
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 I mean, it'd be hard to miss.
Close the door.
Thon closes the door.
All right.
The beast to rest.
Thon closes the door, and everyone is on these cramped stairs that head down into a darkened area.
They just go down. They don't go up.
They just go. They were going up as you open the door. Now they are going down.
Okay.
This doesn't mean we're safe. We
No.
have to keep moving.
Is it pitch black dark?
It's pretty darn dark, but not pitch black. There is a reddish light coming from the end of the stairs about 60 feet down.
Thon goes first.
Okay.
Hemlock will be right behind
All right.
with dark
I
vision.
go fourth.
I go third.
And who's last?
I guess Yannick. Apparently.
Yannick last.
The tank goes last. That makes sense.
You're our healer now.
Apparently.
The group makes their way down the stairs. Halfway down the stairs, the composition of them changes to rickety wood once again. The walls are wooden. Thon leading the way with the rest of the group following. You find yourself in the cargo hold of the ship you've been in multiple times before. This cargo hold is a little different in a couple ways. One, it is twice as tall. It's about twice as, I'll say twice the volume overall. Wide, tall, but the same shape. made of rotting wood. There's little trickles of water spilling down the sides. You have a feeling you are not exactly in the same exterior area you were at before. Inside this chamber are 2 rows of iron wireframe spheres, maybe half the size of those from American Gladiator for our older viewing audiences. So what is that? Maybe 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall. They are suspended above the ground. So there are 6 of them, 3 on the right, 3 on the left. The 2 closest to the door have lava moats slowly rolling in them, but they're the only 2 that do.
Do these look like weapons to Hemlock? Like, are these...
No.
They're lined up in... Okay.
They do not. Good. I see what you're going, like cannon type vibe?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Do these still have those encasements that we had seen before on the former moats?
No.
They do not.
This is the raw moat energy
The raw
inside.
Moat. Okay. Probably not good to touch those.
Next to each of those that have the lava energy inside are 2 tall, slightly hunkered down, rotting sailors that seem just bristling with energy and power. Their eyes are emanating that same lava-like look, and they look quite menacing. They are standing and watching you, their heads turning and rotating to you guys as you come down the stairs. On the far side of the room, you see a pale figure upon a throne of metal, and you easily identify him as Vestrath. For those of you that saw some of his images before, you can easily recognize him matching some of the face of the child imagery you had seen before of his child. He sits on a throne of metal. He has a captain's wheel propped up nearby, as well as a ship's anchor that glows with a dull light. He looks tired, kind of emaciated. He's kind of slumped over. He has gray hair. He's a human with very gaunt features, kind of ashen skin, but kind of hunkered over, and rising his eyes up kind of sleepily and looking at you, and seems a bit confused upon your arrival.
He is marked.
I cast Sanguine Mist on him.
Casting Sanguine Mist. Range 60 feet will work. Cast a basic fortitude save. Does 66 negative damage with a basic fortitude save. And then I think it allows you to gain temporary hit points from it.
Heals me from the damage.
All right, this is a spell that you're bringing out?
It is a scroll.
All right, so that is an action to get out and then 2 to cast. So you get it out, you cast the spell, and it fails.
Shit.
He responds to that and says, "You stand in a place you do not know, before a lord you know nothing of. I command this place, and I will command you."
Wonder if steel will still work. Shing! And I start marching towards him.
All right, stepping between you and him are these 2 large, rotting sailors. They have a palish blue, rotting skin with claws that look quite nasty, and strange pustules all over their chest that kind of bubble a little bit as well.
Gross.
Should have taken a long rest on the stairs.
And they also are giving off a horrible stench. All of you need to make a Fortitude 27 roll.
Good lord.
Or be sickened 1.
27. Exactly.
28 for Dash.
Pass. Fail? Let me know if it's a critical failure as well.
Fortitude 17 for me.
is
Critical
a critical failure. Okay, and who else?
I failed.
Okay.
26.
All right. Okay. So if you failed, you are sickened 1.
Is this one we're able to clear with
Yes.
actions? Okay.
Double checking.
Takes an
If
action.
you are critically failed, that's Galen. You are slowed 1 while you are sickened 1. And to recover from the sickened. To get rid of it, you can spend an action to make a fortitude to try and get rid of it, sticking your tongue down your throat to try and get rid of it. Type of a vibe. So that's going on. The creatures start to step and get in between you and him. Vestrath says, "You cannot hurt me. Only I can decide what happens here. And pain will be your reward."
The motes are still of value to him.
Aye.
How close is the closest moat?
Same distance as a creature, say 8 feet.
I mean, I'm pausing to see what everybody else is going to do before I...
Touch a sphere.
Exactly.
How are they mounted?
The metal wire frame spheres are up off the ground, about maybe 3 feet, and are slowly rotating. Inside, not touching them, also rotating are lava motes.
lava motes.
M-O-T-E-S.
Speaking of spheres,
Yes.
I withdraw the projection stone.
You pull out a projection. You're looking like you're grimacing
I
over
am,
there.
very much.
Okay, you pull out a projection stone.
And hold it aloft in front of me.
As you do, the creature nearest to you takes 3 steps back. Vestrath stands up instantly from his sleepy kind of sitting position and holds out a hand. Hold!
Yannick steps forward.
He's not going to like the other one.
Fun!
The creature
Holding it out,
steps
stepping
back
forward.
and
Eyes like dead stare right at Vestrath. It's like nothing else in this room exists.
This is my realm. He pulls out his hand.
And you will die here.
He commands one of his creatures, strike him down. And the one to your right is going to attack you. Not the one that you were closest to.
Thon interrupt and withdraw his stone then.
He may after the creature goes.
All right.
The creature swipes with huge speed, 37 to hit Yannick.
And that will be a critical hit.
Ooh, dang.
You take 50 points of damage.
And Yannick is down.
And Yannick drops the spear, clattering
Holy
to
crap.
the floor, rolling
And we're
across
done here.
the cargo hold.
Jeez.
And Vestrath says, "My domain. Get upon your knees and I may make your suffering less. But that one," pointing at Yannick, "will suffer a long time."
Thon hurries over to grab the stone, picks it up, and draws from his cloth the second stone.
You run over, and as you grab it, the creature gets a chance to strike you with a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
You are hit for 23 points of damage.
I'm still alive.
You grab onto the first stone. You are kneeling on the ground. You pick it up. The creature steps back from you.
How much damage was it?
23. You have the
23.
first stone in your hand.
Then I have the second stone in the other hand.
You reach out and pull out the second stone. You guys know the sickened condition well. You can see that upon Vestrath's face as he sees 2 stones in place. He steps off to the side and moves behind his throne. Stop him! He commands. Neither of his creatures are doing anything.
I'm going to cast Soothe.
You have another Soothe in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Cast a lot of spells. So I'm going to cast at second level. I'm going to cast Soothe on Yannick. 2d10 plus 8.
Can you cast it at third level? Or is it not third level?
I can.
Second level, he said.
Yeah.
13 plus 8.
21.
21 points.
That's awesome.
While he's rising up, Thon is... I don't know what all one stone would do. I imagine 2 stones is worse. And tries to bring them together in some sort of ritualistic way to touch the stones.
All right.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Yeah, something you saw in a comic when he was a kid. I think I crossed the beams here. And he brings the stones together to see if their effects amplify. And then, while he's doing that, he turns to Hemlock. Fire!
All right. Well, what happens is you bring the 2 stones together, and there is a soft, gentle click sound, and that is all that happens.
Okay.
Then you scream fire. Hemlock, would you like to do anything?
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly replace the bullet I had in my gun with a gold cased bullet, which has the ability to curve
Okay.
and ignore cover.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
And gonna fire at Vestrath.
behind his throne.
Oh my god.
Before you roll, what you are doing, Thon, is messing with Vestrath's capabilities here within his most private sanctuary. His armor class is definitely affected. Derek, what is Vestrath's armor class? Derek, our technician, gets to decide what it is. What is the number? 3 is the armor class that you are looking to beat, Hemlock.
This is our realm.
36.
That is a critical hit by my math.
Yeah.
What is the damage that you have done?
12. 30 points of bludgeoning or piercing damage.
Okay. You can get off another reload and shot if you would like.
Yeah.
All right. Does that affect him at all, Derek? Did he get any additional strength from that, or does his armor class still remain the same? He says the same. It's 3 armor class.
3 armor class. So
I like this.
this will be 19.
19 is a critical hit by my math.
Oh my god.
Are his minions...
27 points of
Jeez.
piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Boom, boom, 2 shots. You hit him, and the first one goes curving around this. He stumbles out a bit. Second one hits him. He drops to his knees, stumbles onto one hand on his knees as well, gasping, sputters out blood, and says, "How is this possible?" and reaches out a hand and draws heat and warmth and little bits of lava from a lava moat and starts to heal up that energy.
And Yannick charges.
Point of order.
Yes.
I healed him. I was sickened.
Yes.
I had to do a DC something or other to just cast a spell, didn't I?
That was stupefied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make a flat 6 or higher.
Am I still stupefied? Okay.
Yeah, that's not going away while we're here.
Okay. 11.
Okay, you were able to get that soothe off.
Good job.
Yeah. I
Way
didn't
to
want
not pull a Galen.
Jericho's not the cheater.
Oh, and I did get an alert. Once again, Derek gets to affect things. Derek, a hero point needs to be given out. Who gets it?
Think about who really needs it right now.
Galen, you gonna do anything cool here? You haven't done nothing. You should do something cool.
I killed Avarice, okay?
Thon? Thon the Ranger gains
Oh,
a hero point. All right.
You charge?
Yeah, Yannick is charging.
Charging in.
Yeah.
Okay. You are being intercepted by these 2 demonic sailors. They will not let you pass.
Okay. If as I see them come towards me, then I would actually veer off and go to try to destroy one of the spheres.
Okay. How are you going to destroy one of the spheres?
with my longsword.
Okay, smacking away at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, is it suspended by something?
Floating there.
Floating. And it's lava, right? So it's made up of fire and rock.
It's a metal wireframe,
molten.
and inside is a ball of lava.
Actually, yeah, I would just be charging straight into it with my shield.
Just smacking into it.
Like, literally just running and leading with the shield.
All right, make an athletics roll 24.
I rolled an 18 on the die. I have a 13 athletics, so that's going to be 31.
Okay, you smack it, and it comes off of some sort of magical suspension and drops and rolls. Inside, the moat is still suspended inside, but the whole metal sphere is loose and rolls and hits aside and is now loose and mobile.
Jericho has something, but I want to let other people do things.
Assume other people should be doing things now as well.
Jericho wants to
I'm
run
gonna
up
stab
to
the moat next is sort of my
Jericho
plan.
wants to run up to the archer Thon and see if he can grab, one of the
plums.
one of the stones.
One of the stones?
Yeah.
Out of Thon's hands?
Go ahead.
And then I want to cast a mage hand and use a mage hand to shove one of the stones into one of the fire moats.
Oh, okay. You grab the stone, you then
Cast mage hand.
mage hand, you let go of it, and you're holding magically with
Yeah.
a mage hand, and you put it into one of the moats things.
Burning balls of fire.
Okay. There
So
is
much anxiety about what you just did.
You put it in, and kaboom! There is a huge explosion of flame, and all of you need to make a reflex save as a fireball of
goody.
damage comes flying your way.
Thank you for the hero point.
21 for Galen.
25.
30.
28 for Dash.
22.
25 for
Did I not give you guys the DC?
No.
No.
22 was the DC, so just give me a pass or fail.
Pass.
Pass.
Fail.
And I have resistance 5 against fire.
All right.
So close, Galen. I was like, everyone
1
got
point
above
off.
20.
All right, it is 8d6. We're going to here, and you will take half that if you succeeded. 31 damage or 15 damage as everyone is hammered, including the big creatures.
Jeez.
Wait. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
this ship is carrying liquid propane.
One of which is hurt by that for 31 damage. Another one that's critically hurt by that. It was right next to it and took 62 points of damage.
Oh, dang.
And it is hit hard. The moat blows up. It is gone. It's spattered. Little bits of fire here. They're sizzling on the wet, dripping walls. The wooden, the metal cage is blasted out. A bunch of you are hurt. Everyone's still standing, though?
No.
So I got it.
Me too.
So that explosion dropped to Galen.
So then Galen lost on a critical... No, not a critical failure. Just a failure.
just a failure.
Okay, so you now gain a dying 1 condition. plus whatever
Jericho
wounded.
drops as well.
Oh, God. Okay.
2 people
Critically
drop.
or-
And
How
also,
much is your
one other
die?
person
More than
drops.
7.
Uh,
'Cause you have that thing you can do.
no, I don't have exploit vulnerability on it.
One other thing happens, and that is Vestrath drops back down to the ground, screaming out as fire lights upon him, and he screams out, "No!" As fire is all over him, and he was nowhere near the blast.
Is the stone still intact?
The stone is gone.
Let's just call that mixed results. I think that's fair answer right there. That was mixed results.
And Vestrath is no longer participating much in the fight right now. He is screaming in an agony.
Okay. So Dash watching people drop all around him and fire kind of exploding everywhere. We'll try to do something a little bit more gentle and extract an element from the lava moats.
Okay?
Lava moats are made of stone. liquid stone. Would we agree on that? That's what lava is?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to use extract elements. So with my impulse junction activated, I'm going to use my kinetic aura and reach in and try to pull a chunk out of the moat itself.
Okay.
Literally use it and then throw it. I'll throw it at Vestrath if I can get it over to him. The way it reads is you extract elemental matter from, it says a creature's body to weaken it and take its power for your own. So if this is not a creature, it says target a creature.
It is not a creature.
As a trait matching. Okay,
One
so
of those
that's
other
not a thing.
things are creatures.
Oh, that's true, but I don't think they're creatures made of stone or
Yeah,
air.
this is an anti-elemental power.
Okay.
yeah,
Made of
extract elements.
salt and attitude.
Brine.
Which was the one that you hit, Jericho? Was it the one that was already up or the one that was rolling?
I would assume the one that was still up.
I have a
Yeah.
big
Still up.
concern. Are you alive?
I am.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Would you like, would you like an update?
Yeah.
Thon, I have at 13 hit points.
Yep.
Dash at a dozen. Jericho at zippity doo dah. Yannick at 11.
Thank you, Resistance.
Hemlock
5
at a
fire.
dozen. Galen at 0. Which is interesting. Everybody that's up is at 11, 12, or 13 hit points.
Why are you shaking your head, Gabe? Just a
Just in
situation?
general.
Okay.
Oh, choices were made.
Mixed results is definitely. I think maybe that's an episode title.
What would you
Can I
like?
reload and shoot one of these other guys?
Sure.
29.
Is a miss. Bounces off its thick hide.
Dash is going to cast Tremor underneath all of them. It's a 10-foot burst.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I can get everybody if it's the deck of a ship
Sure.
like normal. So it's going to be a fort save for each of them.
Who are you trying to get?
I'm going to get all of them. So I'm centering on Vestrath and the 10-foot burst
so
out.
Vestrath at the far end. One's on your left. One's on your right.
Oh, so they're not close.
No.
We're far
You can
pieces.
pick one of the three.
Let me pick the one that was the one that did not. I don't think I can get Vestrath 30 feet away. It's only
He's a
30
little
feet.
further than that.
Okay. Let me get the guy that was really on fire. Like
Okay.
was right next to the thing.
All right. 25 is his reflex save.
It's fort save. Fort save for
Okay.
this one.
Sorry. 32 is his fort save.
What? Stop it. 32. All right. So that's going to be a critical success for
So
my
takes-
DC.
He resists the tremor.
I guess I'm not
entirely.
even going to friggin' throw it.
What else?
Yannick draws a javelin and throws it at Vestrath.
Okay. You chuck a javelin at Vestrath. Make a roll. Oh, it doesn't count. Doesn't count. Derek, what is his armor class in this current state that he's in? Yes. So 1 armor class in his vulnerable
He's
state.
cursing Derek for
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
I think that's a critical hit.
good lord.
With the javelin.
With the javelin, that is 4 plus 4. 8 times 2 is 16. Is he a fiend?
Yes.
It's only my retributive strike. Okay, so 16 points of damage.
He's still a fiend.
Yeah, but I gain a lot more damage if I can use a retributive strike
Okay.
against him.
Jericho's going to take a moment to smolder.
Okay. 16 points of damage. You hit him with a javelin. He continues to cry out, ah! And he rolls onto his back, trying to put out this fire on him that will not go out, with now a javelin sticking out of him and a couple bullet holes, too, I believe.
Yeah.
Significant ones.
I have 2 more javelins.
Okay. He is going to reach out with a non-burning hand towards the rolling moat and hold out and weakly draw some healing power from it.
Thon recognizes this tactic and approaches open hand with the stone, the moat.
A creature will immediately intercept if you try to get close. The creature backs away, you have a stone in your hand. Sorry,
That's right.
I forgot about that.
But it attacked me when I had a stone.
Doesn't always work. Different ones at different times, different angles.
Surrender now. You've lost this one. I can end your domain as quick as you can summon.
He continues to heal. You see the javelin wound is healed up.
Look about to the others.
I throw another javelin.
Should I make a
Yes,
A
you
roll?
and Galen, I think, are both down.
alrighty.
Make a dying roll. What's your dying levels right now? 1?
One.
Okay.
Is there more gunfire? Oh.
Yeah, I was going to come up behind him.
The roll is an 11.
11 or higher.
You have toughness,
10.
so 10.
Rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Yes.
Jericho, you are no longer dying, but you are unconscious. You can't take any actions. Galen, luckily, comes to life with a natural 20. did you
Natural
say?
20.
Yeah.
Does he have one? Does he have like 1 hit point?
He has 1 hit point and is prone currently.
If Dash gets a chance, he's going to run over to Jericho and feed him an elixir of life
All right.
from Dash's own cheek patch. Blah.
Vestrath has healed all of his wounds. He's still lying, and 2/3 of his body are burnt and with boils and nastiness and scarred and horrific.
Is the fire moat gone? The lava moat, rather?
The one of the lava moats still remains. Yes.
Oh, but the one, so he didn't deplete it.
No.
Does it look like it's waned at all?
No.
Oh.
4, 5, 6.
Is Galen allowed to take an action now that he's conscious?
Let's see. We have healing there. Yeah, go ahead and take an action.
These 2 fire demons are attempting to intercept us before we can get to Vestrath, yes?
Rotting sailor demons. Yes.
Rotting sailor demons. I would like to Mirror's Implement, cast my reflection past them, then move beyond them once I'm there and approach Vestrath and strike him with my sword.
Okay. You are able to do so. One of the creatures swipes at you, but you unexist from that spot and appear behind it, and you are off. Double checking, it does not have any special attack. You get over running past Thon. I believe hot on your tail is Hemlock, if I heard Hemlock correctly, chasing after as well.
Yep.
The 2 of you guys are over there, and you strike at Vestrath. Your blows hit, but do not pierce his flesh. And he slowly pulls himself up to a hands and knees as gunshots are fired point blank at him and bounce off of him. And he slowly rises up.
Can I ask how big the room that we're in is, roughly?
Twice the size of the normal cargo hold of the ship. I think we said maybe 70, so maybe 150 feet long.
Jericho's up. I think he'd like to work on just trying to roll that ball that's got the moat away from Vestrath.
Okay.
Yannick actually wants to pick it up and leave the room with it.
Okay.
And then
Well, if he's doing
destroy
that,
it.
then I would not, because he's.
We're on a
doing-
ship, right?
Yeah, but there was a passageway out back into like the stone stairs or whatever.
Yeah, with the descending.
Yeah.
It will not fit through that entryway.
Can
To
you get
be-
it out of the range of whatever range that the fireball will hit, that it won't hit anybody else?
Yeah, you can kind of wedge it into a corner, try to minimize that for sure.
Okay.
Then I would.
And
Then I would go while he's doing that. I would see about getting that second stone.
From Thon.
Yeah.
Okay, you run over there. So we have
don't give him the other stuff.
Thon, we have Galen, we have Hemlock, and now we have Jericho all around Vestrath, who is now rising up to his feet with grim determination. My realm, he says. He then extends his hand and knocks all of you away from him, and each of you will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into different walls.
I'm down.
Yannick as well.
No, you were not one of those 4.
You said 5 damage.
5 bludgeoning.
Who was the other one? It was
Galen is down.
It was Hemlock, Thon, and Galen. I was with you.
No, and you were fine, Dash.
Okay.
Jericho left you.
Okay.
So who took the
Hemlock,
damage?
Thon, and Galen.
Hemlock, Thon, and Galen. Thank
And you.
And
Okay.
you, because you were running up to Thon.
you. Okay.
Yannick, using his body to shield the others, will take the longsword and attempt to destroy the moat.
Okay, you plunge your sword into the moat. It becomes hot and sizzly, but does nothing.
So I'll see if I can. I'm gonna do it from afar this time. If I can get the other stone.
How big was the explosion before?
30 feet, right?
30 or 40 feet.
Bring him to you.
I am Vestrath, Lord of the Seas and Lord of Tabernary.
And I'll move towards where he shoved the. He gave me the thumbs up for getting the other stone. I'll move towards where it is back by Yannick.
You have the stone, projection stone in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, you are in a corner as you scamper over there with Yannick piercing it. Yannick, you look over your shoulder, see Jericho approaching. Behind him are two of those creatures are chasing after Jericho as well. Dash.
Dash is going to pop up and he's going to fire an aerial boomerang
Oh,
straight through with all of them. Just see if I can slow them down or stop them in general. They have a reflex save or they will take a whole mess.
all right, 31 and 35.
That's a critical success on both, which means I'm guessing they don't take any
They
of my
don't take
damage.
any damage, and that does not phase them then. Good try.
Are
Last
they
thing
going
there.
to reach Jericho before the projection stone reaches the sphere?
Oh, yes.
I will be using my mage hand again as I do it to get it out ahead of me.
Okay.
And if so, seeing that, if it's not going to, if the mage hand will beat the, if the mage hand with the sphere will beat the demons,
It will be close. You're not sure.
Yannick is gonna basically try to raise the shield to blunt the fire damage from coming at anybody else.
So you're turning your shield towards the moat to resist fire damage as best you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to basically just, I mean, he knows he's going to take the blast, but to prevent anything behind him from also absorbing the blast.
All right.
If he can.
Question with that: Are the two of the bad guys getting to me like simultaneously, or is it one?
Just one.
I will Ring of the Ram him.
Okay.
Nice.
You reach back behind you with Ring of the Ram, and they have to make a roll to
DC
resist
22 Fortitude save.
that. Okay, that is a pass before I roll. 35.
All right. So he's not. I assume that means he's not pushed back.
Nope. Air just breezed past. He comes right towards you. He is going to get one and only one strike upon you before as your mage hand reaches out, goes past Yannick. Yannick has his shield in place. Vestrath is now reaching out, trying to grab and strangle some of our other heroes near him on the other side of the room. The creature's claws strike down upon you, Jericho, with a 31 to hit.
That is a critical hit.
52.
Oh, excuse me, not a critical hit. I have the +1 that we all got for armor. My armor class is 22.
26 points of damage.
Doesn't matter. I'm at 0.
So what your wounded level goes up by one more.
Yeah.
So you're at wounded 2 now?
Yeah, that's correct.
But if it was a critical, it would have been wounded 3.
Would have been.
So you're dying too, right?
You're dying
now,
too, right?
Correct.
He had the stone in his hands.
Yes.
As
No,
he
The mage
it was
Mage
30
hand.
feet in front of me.
So it
Yeah.
rolls straight to me, and Yannick just slams it into the sphere.
Slams into the sphere.
I was about to do the same thing from a distance. So yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Yannick, you slam it into the sphere. There is a huge
And Yannick's down.
There is a huge explosion, and it erupts everywhere. You hear even Vestrath call out, "No!" as you do that. Big explosion, and Yannick, you have a choice to
Go to heaven or stay here.
you can slam it in, and you and Jericho and Dash will have to resist the fiery explosion again, or you can absorb all of the flame blocking for those two, and you critically fail, and they do not have to make the roll.
I mean, there's no question.
Gonna make us roll.
Yannick eats it.
Yannick.
Yeah, Yannick just takes the shield and just slams it down with his shield, basically knowing he's going to be blasted back and away. But he is going to take it and allow the possibility of his party to succeed.
Yannick does so. Yes.
I think for something like that, the visage of Aguirre's got to be next to him when he.
Okay. There's a big fiery explosion. Yannick takes the brunt of it. Jericho and Dash, hot air and flames go past you, but you are saved from the damage. Yannick, you take a critical hit for lots of damage, so you gain 2 more wounded levels. What does that take you to?
So I've only been down, I think, once. So
I don't think we ever down at all.
Yeah, I had dropped once.
Yeah.
Dying 3.
All right. You are dying 3. Dying 5 means you are dead, so you have 2 turns before you die. As he does this, the rest of you on the other side, particularly Hemlock, being slightly Darth Vadered up the side of the wall by Vestrath. Vestrath bursts into huge amounts of flames and screams again and lets go of you, drops back down to his knees and screams, "Ah!" and drops and falls to the ground, burning and burning and burning, and becomes a burning black husk. Smoke just slightly billowing off of him, and you can barely see his chest breathing ever so slightly as he's gasping.
Ugh.
You walk over to Hemlock, he says...
Well, what are the other minions?
You walk over to him and he says, I was supposed to stand over the bones of Tabernary, looking at you.
Instead, I'm standing over the bones of you. And I plug him twice.
You blast him away, Kill Bill style, and slay the bride on the ground, and he is splattered. Vestrath dies.
Nice shot, buddy.
Oh my God, we did it.
You all look around and see Yannick is smoldering, taking the huge explosion on one corner of this nightmarish place.
And Jericho is down, and Galen is down.
The ground is starting to shake. The 2 creatures collapse and drop and rot away and disappear into a gooey mess.
Dash does it again, runs up to Jericho and takes his last elixir of life and crams it into his mouth. Don't die on me!
This one's you haven't used this one more than the other. It's a little sticky. You got to ketchup it out the back. You got to take a knife, a butter knife.
57 degrees.
It's really old.
Thon is dashing over to our champion and is rummaging through his pouch trying to find. Do you have?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
As you run over there, the ground beneath you gives way and a chunk of the bottom of the boat rots and snaps. You leap over, run closer, leap over another, and the floor is starting to disintegrate, of which you can see lots of beautiful sky, an ocean about 1,500 feet below you, and a couple of ships suspended in space, but you are able to get over to Yannick.
Start rummaging through his pouch and seeing if he has
A
an
lesser
elixir
potion
of
of
life,
health, which he does.
and uncorks it and tries to force feed it,
Okay.
pulling him away from the cracks as they start appearing.
Hemlock will run to Galen and do the same thing.
All right. You check Galen's for a...
No, I have one.
You have one. Okay.
Which is good because I don't.
You put a potion into Galen, and all of them slowly sputter to life,
To the steps. To the steps.
and there is no time. The vessel floor and walls disintegrate, and just as several of you stand up, You fall and fall. You fall maybe 30, 40 feet, but beneath you, a white holy light tears open a rift, and you can see whiteness, brightness beneath it, and you fall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's the last one falling through, and what sound do you make?
Yannick and
I would think it would be Thon and go, I do believe.
No, Thon's always trying to go first.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
You fall through this rift, and then the rift in reality closes as the ships all start to fall. The ginormous creature starts to fall, and this hellish little small mini realm of hell starts to implode upon itself, with Vestrath being gone. Once again, all of you disappear in consciousness. And after some time, Yannick, you wake up. You are hurt. You are tired.
I didn't think it would be so painful in the realm of Carahel.
You feel cold. You look around and can see the unconscious form of Hemlock nearby and some of your other friends nearby. And you blink your eyes as snow gently falls upon you. And you raise up and look around and find yourself just inside the city of Tabernary at the tent where you guys went in not so long ago, with snow all over. It is winter in Tabernary.
Oh my gosh.
What season was it when we went in?
Summer.
Oh.
And we will stop there for tonight.
Oh.
Thank you so much for joining us. Super excited. We are finally out of hell. We have so much to talk to each other about in the after show. We're going to get into that right after this. If you want to check that out, please consider supporting us. Patreon.com/IngloriousBards. And we will see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.